Go.
Intro.
Hello there, it's Moose
Yes.
here. We're here with Thickey.
Interruption cow be like, moo.
And how does that make you feel? Thickey Therapy.
You know Kyle's going to put this in the fucking podcast.
I know. But anyway, it's me, Moose, here with Ricky and Paul Ryan, Thickey Therapy. Episode 5, we're halfway to 10.
My name's Paul.
Moose was in charge of the intro today, so there's nothing creative about it.
You know me.
I just say my name.
Me and Paul were discussing how we're going to probably fight pretty soon. One of these episodes, we're going to have a fight.
I would say probably within the next 10 episodes because you guys get more and more hostile. Especially the last podcast, you guys were going to fucking... It's like, Paul, stop moving the thing. It's like, I'm not moving the fucking thing. And it just kept getting like it was building.
I wasn't trying to move the thing, but it just kept getting moved.
This is going to be ASMR again, is it?
Talking to the bottom part of the mic where the mesh is.
Like this?
Like the bottom part.
That part.
Like this? Is this better?
Like that.
Am I doing it right?
You're doing it right.
Thanks, Dad.
There's a reason why people say this is the worst podcast they've ever listened to.
True.
But that's what makes it fucking great.
Okay.
You're going to be hearing a lot of this, which is a lot of cups touching the table, but...
Let's do a cigarette stack rank right now.
Like cigarette ranking? Like which ones are the best?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go first because I've actually thought about this today.
Your top 5.
Top 5. I don't think I even know 5 cigarette brands.
Top 5.
I must know 5 cigarette brands. Number 1, of course, Next Red. Obvious choice. Number 2, John Players.
Neither of those are obvious choices.
Shut up. Top 5. No, number 3, McDonald's. I don't know which ones. Paul, you probably know more than me because you worked at a gas station.
I think they only have red and blue.
The blue ones, then. I would also... This doesn't work.
You guys are stupid. Why is it broken?
It never was fixed.
I fixed it.
It's just shitty. It's just like I bought this from Amazon.
Okay.
Can't trust anyone from Amazon. Their force is on fire.
Nobody else knows what the fuck we're talking about right now.
The mic is stupid. The mic is just stupid. Also, I would say number 4 would be Demorier. That's the only other one I know.
I literally think you just named 4 cigarette brands that you know.
I don't know anymore.
In the order that you know them. Moose, go ahead.
So number 1.
I know, he knows.
Vogue.
Slim 100s?
Yes.
Yes.
Demorier Silver.
Yes.
You know what? I don't really mind. Actually, I like Camel Blue.
Oh, I know Camel crushes a cigarette.
Okay, Post Malone.
People say I look like him.
Never had that, but I bet you it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Isn't it banned in Canada anyway?
Yeah, you can't have flavored tobacco.
Yeah.
But like Kale's mom, when she goes, you can bring it back. You just can't buy it in Canada.
Which makes 0 sense to me. Anyway, continue your list. Sorry.
Probably. I fuck with a Canadian classic, man.
Tweet that.
Okay. Anyway, I don't care about cigarettes. Paul Ryan, tell me yours.
I think I only know 2.
You were making fun of me.
Station.
Oh, I know a bunch, but I've only tried 2. They're your top 2 as well.
Oh, okay. Fine.
I think I've tried a classic, but it was like so far below the other 2 that it doesn't even deserve 3rd place, even though it's the only other cigarette I've had.
I don't mind them at all.
Didn't you guys have like Next Reds when we were like drinking with Jeremy that one time? You guys must have had Next Reds at least once.
No,
I
I
never
don't think-
bought Next Reds. I've only bought Demorier, Vogue, and Canadian classics.
I think I've only ever smoked other people's cigarettes.
Yeah, me too. I've never bought my own pack.
Maybe I did have an X-Red, but that would probably be below a classic then.
Probably. I think Next Red is
I
like
would say
the
they're
dirty.
pretty gross. I don't remember.
I think that like the Next Red is like the Olins of like the cigarette community.
That's
For
what
price wise, Next aren't like super cheap. Like they're like mid tier cigarettes. If you want to get really cheap, you're looking at like
Reserve
what's the brand
cigarettes?
name? Oh, okay, that's like the bottom of the barrel. Man, I can't. There's 2 of them, and I can't remember either of the names. Pretty sad, but
Because like you can go to like
LD Super Kings.
Mm.
The
I
extra
heard
long
that.
cigarettes, they're like $11.
Man, I think I had those and they were fucking disgusting. They're extra long, but you want it to end. Like,
I think that applies to my penis as well.
there's like one other brand that does an extra long cigarette too, and they're also super greasy.
It's called like Sam's Extendos or something stupid.
Century Sam cigars.
Yeah, because like you can go to like reserves and get like really really cheap cigarettes there. Not just reserves, but like in places where they don't have taxes on cigarettes. You can get
Really?
like bags of cigarettes.
it's cheaper
yeah.
when there's no tax.
Well, no shit, but it's like
Crazy
They
how
sell
that
you it
works.
cheaper when there's no
That's
tax.
crazy.
They sell you it
That's
cheaper when there's no
crazy.
tax.
The sky is blue. That's stupid. All right, this has been a great start so far, guys. I do have a lot of things to talk about today. For starters, I'm going to make sure Paul's looking at my phone because I got porn up.
You can talk closer to the mic, Ricky.
He already sent the porn to the Twitter group today, and it was real weird shit.
That wasn't me that sent it.
I sent the porn to the Twitter group.
Real weird shit.
It was really
actually
funny. though.
I
hilarious.
was just gonna ask you guys if you wanted a pizza pocket. Nobody wants a fucking pizza pocket, Eric.
It was Alex.
Sorry.
Wait, I'm
Alex, what the fuck are you doing? We're naked.
I'm just
I
gonna.
was making pizza pockets. I was gonna see if you guys wanted a pizza pocket.
I'm literally just gonna.
Alex, we're fucking naked. Nobody wants a pizza pocket.
Naked.
I just wanted to. I'm making some hot pockets. I just wanted to know if you
Nobody
guys.
wants your fucking hot pockets, Alex. Get out.
Okay, for context, there's two naked girls in like a bathroom, and this guy like walks in. That's all the context you need.
Yeah, and by the way, I tried to post it on out of context porn on Reddit. There's no subreddit for that. No subreddit for anything.
There should be.
Really?
There's porn memes, but they only take pictures and links.
That's dumb.
We should. Well, you can make your own subreddit.
There's definitely an edit. Did you go on like NSFW forum on one and search it?
There's an out of context one, but it has 0 members.
That's
Dumb.
stupid.
Yeah.
You can definitely.
That was definitely
Make
one of them
that
things where
pop
someone
in.
was like, "Is there an edit context porn subreddit?" And someone was like, "I'll make one."
Yeah.
And
was like
there was like
nobody
4
uses it.
people in that thread, and nobody joined.
It was like this conversation with like 3 drunk guys from like Arizona.
Yeah.
I also feel like that would be a really popular subreddit because like out of context humor on Twitter right now, especially, is like my favorite humor.
And I think there's like porn now. Like they're trying to like get into the meme game. There's a lot of like memes in porn now.
I agree.
Well, I think they're just really smart and they understand what works.
They
Oh,
understand what's
100%.
popular and what like, people will click on. It's the same as music. Like even memes and music now is fucking popular. People know it's funny, so they fucking listen to it.
Pornhub comments is a great subreddit.
Who let a bird in?
I was just doing a bomb.
Who's doing a
hit.
bong? I knew you were gonna say that. When you blew out, I was like, he's gonna fake you doing a bong hit.
No, I'm drinking coffee.
I was watching like this like live stream fails thing, and this people would like troll people by sending in like the Pornhub intro song to people who are streaming, so they think that porn's gonna about to play, and they'd fucking freak out for a second, and they would be like, "Oh fuck!" It would do that like whole like little riff they do with like the Pornhub like community thing,
Yeah.
and 9 times out of 10 they'd freak out because it's like just greasy guys who who definitely have porn in their background somehow.
Speaking of live stream fails, one of the hosts of EKA podcast I listen to all the time streamed for the first time like last week.
Which one was it? Was it Kyle? Or?
No, it was Taylor Merca. He's been saying for like months, and everyone was like, "No, he's never gonna stream," but he finally did, and he fell for like 2 of like the most common stream fail. And one of them was
Wait, can I guess what they are before you
Yes,
say
yes,
them?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna guess it's like the fucking like the try hard N-word one where
no,
that's a pretty common one though, where they just like say the N-word in a song and get you banned.
yeah,
My other guess is
he's too stupid to take. Like he doesn't.
Oh.
He's like under 30, but he's like a boomer when it comes to this shit. Like he doesn't understand it, so like he wouldn't know how to set up like automatic music when you make a donation type of thing.
was it like the knocking one where they like do like this like in your headphones they think that people are at the door
No,
or something?
I actually can't remember one of them, but one of them was fucking Joe.
Oh, Joe Mama.
Yeah.
That's such an old one.
It got like 50K upvotes on one of the subreddits,
So like what was like the context? Was someone like, do you know who Joe is in his like stream?
Yeah.
And he was like, who the fuck is Joe? And then
yes.
the inevitable happened.
I'm gonna find the other one.
Yeah. My
The other one was better.
my favorite one is when someone's like, is playing a game. I got this with you one time, Moose, and they were like, if you turn down your 4 watt setting, you can make your game system run better. And I told you this one day when we were in the car. And then you were on your phone, and I was like, no, it's in your settings area. And then you were like, man, I can't find the 4 watt. I was like, man, just turn down the 4 watt. Just turn down 4 watt.
Shut the fuck up.
I got you with this. I remember.
Yeah.
And then it's a pretty common thing, and then someone's just like, turn down 4 watt. And it's so dumb, but it's so funny. It's similar to the whole.
What was the one you got me in the Twitter? Like, who got me in the Twitter group with it? It was you and.
Oh, it was me.
You said something, and then you went along with it, and I was like, "What was
were
it?"
we even together? I don't even know if we were.
No, we weren't. You just said. Fuck.
Oh, I know what it was.
I don't think it was Joe. It wasn't.
No,
Joe
it wasn't
Mama.
Joe. It was like Suck on D's or something. I was like,
No, it wasn't that.
It was like, are you going to something?
oh, I was like, are you going to like Bofa night or something like that? I'm gonna go back and find it right
It was.
now.
Did you hear about?
Like someone died or something.
No. Did you guys hear about blah 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 on Twitch?
Oh, yes. I know what it is now, but I'm gonna find it right now because it's bugging me. Man, we have a lot of memes in this.
I know.
A lot of memes. I just
It
saw.
might have been a Snap group thing.
No, it was on Twitter.
No,
I
it
remember.
was Twitter.
I just saw a message from Moose that says, "No, I can't afford pods."
Yep.
Paul Ryan's been really quiet since I ever stopped vaping. I'm gonna keep reading these as I go up.
Be careful what you read.
I won't read anything bad. Don't worry. What's up, you filthy sluts?
Who said that?
Paul. I'm probably not. I'm gonna find it, but
It's way
It's-
back.
is it way
It's before
back?
we even did the first episode, I think.
it is. Yeah, I'm at episode 3 right now, so this might be a while. We didn't say a lot before the group. Okay, this is the first podcast right here. This is when I sent pictures in to like for the fucking thing. So this is when me and Paul were in Cape Breton, and Paul sends like this picture of him at the like fucking water park when he was like
Yeah, I know.
12.
Fucking stupid idiot.
Ooh, that was a deep and weird one.
I still think for episode 10 we should have like a special edition, like picture that involves that photo of me and 2 embarrassing photos of you two.
I agree.
I know y'all got them.
Well, when we do like a video one, we can do a lot of more stuff because we can do shit from Reddit. We can do like pictures of us.
Mm-hmm. We can bring shit
It'll
up
be a
on
lot of
screen.
cool
It'd be nice.
I have a message from Paul that says, "Hey, boomer."
After a picture of Joe Swanson in
I
a wheelchair
can't
that just says, I can't stand.
That's my favorite meme right now. All right, I gotta find the shit.
Wish there was a way to search your Twitter.
I know. I just tried, but it didn't work.
My Twitter won't go any higher than this, and this is like 2 weeks ago. So
And description. I think that was like from 2 episodes ago.
it literally was. So I can't find it. It was something like, "Did you hear about?"
It was something.
Oh my
The
god!
meme was something on Twitch.
It was bugging me. It's really bugging me what it was.
I can find it.
I think it was like a new version of like Sagandis.
Yeah, it was like suck
Sugma.
on. It was like Bofa or something. I thought it was Bofa.
No, man, because
No.
I wouldn't have fell for that.
It was. Are you going to something? I remember.
Yeah,
That-
it was.
that's what
yeah,
it was.
No, Ricky asked if you were going to this thing.
No, it was a Twitch thing. You guys were like, because he was like, "Did you hear what happened to blah 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 on Twitch?" And then
He's right. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think it was Joe.
No, it wasn't Joe.
I think.
don't
No,
No, I wouldn't have laughed at that. That wouldn't have been that funny. I thought it was so funny, man. Like,
it was before that podcast.
This is as far as my
oh, here it is.
Say it.
I can't.
fucking Apple users.
I can't say it.
Is it bad?
I'll just read like the main gag,
I didn't.
and you'll know.
I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was funny. Oh, I know what it is now.
I still don't know.
Yeah.
Did you guys see what happened to Yuri on Twitch?
Uh,
I can't.
Yeah,
I
you can't
can't
say
say
it, but you guys know where
If
we're
you
going
know,
with
you
that.
know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. We work so hard for it, and we just—it's like we're just digging for diamonds, and we see it, and we can't mine it. We got like a fucking iron pickaxe. We're like, fuck, we
know.
can't keep going. By the way, that was a great fucking analogy.
That was
Iron
good.
pickaxe.
I want you guys to know that me and Kyle have been playing Minecraft a lot lately, and this is probably the best Minecraft world I've ever had.
Ricky, just so you know, you can mine diamonds with an iron pick.
It just doesn't collect them.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
You need an iron pick to get one. Okay,
I meant
what
to
are
say
you gonna make?
stone. I meant to say stone. I'm not, my bad. Okay,
You're
in
an idiot.
RuneScape, iron looks like stone in Minecraft. So you guys can suck on both of these nuts.
Let me tell you about my Minecraft world, okay?
Give us a
Let's hear
rundown,
it.
bud.
We have a nice big house, storage in the bottom, sleeping up top.
I'm going to start bringing piss jokes to the podcast, I think.
Sure.
Those-
So then on the top of the house, we have like a lookout tower for shooting and stuff. We have like a bunch of enchantments on our shit. By the way, we don't cheat at all. It's all completely
Survival only.
Is that
Survival.
hardcore, though?
no, it's not hardcore.
Lame.
Okay, but listen, we have this huge farm.
No, lame. Don't count. Not,
we have an
not
XP
hardcore.
generator.
Not hardcore, though.
How does the XP generator
You
work?
die, you just respawn, bro.
Shut up,
Lame.
Ryan.
Everything you're saying is
The
irrelevant
XP
now.
generator.
It's like
Listen
Call
to
of Duty
me.
Minecraft.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's like playing Team Deathmatch in Call of Duty, bro. You even got attack insertion in the PowerPoint
Keep hitting
there.
your fucking glasses off the mic, you 4 eyes.
That's what I mean. Paul and Moose are going to fist before this podcast series ends.
It's going to be the next big YouTube boxing match.
Paul Ryan Ross versus Brendan Lyle.
That'd be sick.
That'd be kind of funny.
Remember we were gonna do UFC.
And Paul's fucking... What?
He hit the bottom of the cup. Just spit on the floor. Ricky doesn't.
You've done it before.
Yeah.
Here.
I was drunk.
Yeah. You
Uh,
seem drunk.
We were going to do UFC boxing matches in Paul's old abandoned area for his pool.
Yeah.
There's like a vacant area in his yard with a
But
big circle.
It had a bunch of foam on the ground because the bottom of the pool is foam.
we
So
were
we're
also
this
like...
would be a sick UFC arena.
we were also like 17. This
Yeah.
was, we weren't like
all,
12.
We all bought gloves and I got headgear off my uncle.
Ricky goes.
Okay.
Listen.
Yeah, okay.
No. Let me tell it.
Yeah, you tell a story.
Okay. So, we all have UFC gloves, but Ricky doesn't. So Ricky's like, I'm not gonna buy any. I'll just steal them from Walmart.
I had
Shout
the
out to
ability.
Walmart.
I had the ability to buy them too. I was
Yeah,
just, I
you
just
just
liked,
didn't wanna
I just
buy it.
liked fucking stealing
So
shit.
we go to the Walmart in Sydney River, and we walk in. Whatever. Ricky's just walking around being Ricky, and then we go to the gloves, and he picks one of the gloves up. Like he opens the package with the gloves. He takes one glove, I think the left glove. He takes the left glove, and he just walks out of the Walmart with it on. And I'm like, why are you only walking out with one? And he's like, well, I'm going to go to the other Walmart to get the other one so it's not super sketchy.
Which still makes no sense.
Which makes no sense. But anyway,
Super fucked.
we go to the other Walmart in Sydney, and we go in, and Ricky does the exact same thing, walks out with the glove on. We get in the car, and he goes to put both of the gloves on, and he fucking stole 2 left gloves.
Yep.
So he went back to the other Walmart, and he walks in with it on, and he goes in, he takes the right glove, and he walks out with that one on.
It's
Left
true.
the left glove there.
Yeah. I went in for the old switcheroo. I pull a little sneaky on them. Pulled a sneaky on both Walmarts. Man, they're going in debt now because of me
Close to the
stealing fucking UFC gloves, and they were worth like $50 too. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, they
like,
were expensive.
they were like the
Orion.
official ones.
Not Ryan. You used to steal Pokemon cards too.
That is
All the
true.
time.
Yeah, it was a
We
pretty
never
common
told
There in the
occurrence.
dollar store.
And it wasn't like I was
You were
stealing
the
like
Dollarama terrorist, bro.
Ricky stole over 1,500 Pokemon cards, probably.
around there. Yeah, yeah.
He had to buy like a box. Fuck. He had to buy.
He'd steal them in packs of 3, though.
Yeah, so
That's
it
a
wasn't like,
lot of fucking
yeah.
stealing.
And like, it wasn't like I was going in there and like every time I went in there, it wasn't like I'm gonna steal every time. It was just like convenient to like just do it while I was there. Like I'd buy like a candy bar or I don't know, something like that.
I'm in Walmart. I might as well take a pack of Pokemon cards and
Yeah.
leave without paying for them.
And it was like it was so easy because like the packaging for the Pokemon cards was always open. Like you would just literally slide them out of the side of the Pokemon cards, and then they were fucking easy to take. So I'd go in and
was a
steal.
miracle.
Yeah, it was easy as fuck. You know, it's rocket appliances.
Rocket.
You know, so
Trailer
You guys know
park?
Jim
Yes.
or Jim knows you?
you can do.
Okay, I can't
Yeah.
hear Paul Ryan.
Yeah, I think it's.
Sorry.
It's like, there we go.
It's because it was facing straight at Ricky. I keep
Yeah,
trying to lean in, but I
yeah, it
can't
was-
I can't be like
we're
this.
We're like trying to kiss. So.
You guys can kiss.
But like anyway, we were.
Can I have my vape?
Paul's been
Sure.
Paul's been holding the vape this whole
I
time.
sat down to start the podcast, put the vape next to me, and Paul Ryan took it, and he's had it since the beginning. 20 minutes in, and he's had the vape the whole time.
I only hit it like twice, so it's just been in my hand.
You do that a lot
For what
though.
it's worth. Yeah, but if you just say, give me the vape, I'll give it to you.
But why can't I
That is
hold on to
true.
my own vape? Why do you have to hold on to it the whole time?
It's just a thing where you take it and you have it in your hand and you just don't think to put it down. Like, you just fucking say something and you can hold it for the fucking whole thing and I'll ask for hits.
Okay, listen to this. There's this like
You want to be so fucking serious over nicotine? Jesus fucking Christ, you're
It's
probably
a
like
serious
crackheads.
Okay, this is strike number 2, guys, for the podcast. There's this like psychology thing where if like somebody's on the phone and you go up to them and they're holding something and you hold your hand out, like their brain just hands it to you and they don't know they hand it to you. It's this weird thing.
That's how you steal wallets from people in public.
It's actually true. You can actually do that with people in public. You can get them to like give you like their like wallet or something or their keys. I've seen it done in like Reddit videos, and it's fucking cool because like your brain just kind of turns off for a second, and it reminds me of the time that you went to St. FX and you were giving your keys to people because you were loaded. You were fucking piss loaded drunk. Trying to get a lighter off. No, someone was trying to get a lighter off you, and you just kept handing him like you like hand him your keys, and I was like, no, those are your keys.
No.
And then you would hand them like your wallet, and I was like, Paul, it's a wallet. You don't even have a lighter on you. I don't even know if you did. I don't remember.
No, I think I did, yeah, because I had a pack of cigars, and later that night we got back to my room and I tried to open the door with the cigar package.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. That was a greasy fucking night. It was funny though. You were
They
like,
came to
I
kick
don't
me out of
know.
the bar because I was asleep at the table, and Ricky was like, no, man, he's fine. And Buddy's like, he's asleep.
You were literally asleep at the table, and I think I don't know if it was O'Shea or Maddie. I think they witnessed a girl like OD on Molly or something like that night too. I think it was something like that.
I don't know.
That sucks. Fuck, my mic is loud.
Sucks to suck. I don't know. That was a St. FX is always a fucking trip, quite literally, and figuratively. Do you guys want to answer some questions now?
Do you want to tell the story about me and Paul almost fighting?
I do actually.
Let me piss first.
Fair. I do think we should have piss jugs as like this meme in here now.
We move the mic down by the piss jug and just you listen to the piss
Okay,
going to the
what we
jug.
need is a toilet mic.
I know, we still need a toilet
We
mic.
do need a toilet mic. But I'll start the story. I mean, Paul can listen to this later. I remember you asked me to go to the movies, and I always do this thing where I'm like, I don't know, maybe, because like I never really wanted to do shit, and I would always pretend like, oh yeah, I'm down for something. Then I just like not answer my phone. I used to do it a lot.
All the time.
Still kind of do sometimes. And so anyway, that happened, and I was in my car, and I was like driving with you. Then we went to pick up Paul, and you wanted to go to the movies, so I said, yeah, I'll go to the movies later, whatever. Not really wanting to go to the movies. And I remember, like, I said, okay, well, if Paul goes, then I'll go. Just saying that, because, like, I kind of knew deep down that Paul probably didn't want to go either.
Yeah, you were fucking trying to
I was
fuck
trying to
me
not
over.
go. Yeah, I was trying to not go. So you know, we pick up Paul, and Paul's obviously like, no, I don't want to go to the movies. And then you just fucking snapped. We were in the parking lot at Superstore, and you were like, fuck you guys. And you weren't even mad at me. You were just mad at Paul. Like, you were just
'Cause he
fucking
wouldn't go.
Because he wouldn't go.
And I wanted to go so bad.
Because you knew that if I would go, or if he went, that I would go, and then you would go. It was like this fucking like little like trap you had set up, like this fucking plan. So then you just snapped, and you were like, you got out of the parking lot. Paul was in like the driver's seat. I think Paul was driving.
No,
I
I
was
think
driving.
you were.
Yeah.
No, I was driving it with him beside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul was driving. So like I remember you were in the back seat. You got out. You opened Paul's door.
Oh my god.
This happened, and then you were like, "Let's fucking go!" And then as you were opening the door, your phone fell and landed on its face and shattered to the screen.
Yeah, because it was on my lap. I was in the back seat, and I had my phone on my lap, and I was so pissed. I opened up my door, and I stood up really fast to get out to open up Paul's door.
To fight
And
Paul.
To fight Paul. And my phone flew off of my lap onto the concrete, and I didn't even care about it. And then I opened up Paul's door, and then I checked my phone after, and it was like, it was broke.
It was actually onto the asphalt.
Shut the fuck up, engineer.
It was funny because Paul was like, "What?" Like the whole time, Paul was like, "What are you doing?" Like Paul was not mad at all. Like there was no synergy. It was just like you just really mad, and Paul was just like,
I've never heard anybody use synergy in a sentence besides
Paul.
Drake.
"I got a lot of synergy. You got a lot of synergy."
No. Wait, maybe it wasn't Drake.
It wasn't
Somebody
Drake.
said synergy.
I always say synergy.
No.
That was the name of like an Easton hockey stick a few years ago.
I do remember that. But it was in a song. It was promote synergy. It's Lonely Island. I think it's I'm a
Did
Boss.
you just mix up Lonely Island and Drake?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I do it all the time, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfectly normal.
Do you guys want to mention the time that you and Maddie had like a feud? Because I feel like
For
that
like
would be
a
pretty.
year.
It was like it
Okay.
was a good
He
year.
hated me.
We
Yeah.
won't mention names.
We won't mention names, but it was over a girl. And we'll just say that he was dating the girl, and then you started dating her, and then eventually he was like.
It was
super
like
pissed about
Maddie's
it.
like first like.
His first girlfriend.
The first girl who was kind of interested in him.
I think he had.
I think you could put it.
I
a
think he
better way
might have
than
had
that.
it. No, I think he might have had a girlfriend before that.
Yeah, it was like his second girlfriend ever.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like they were
okay,
dating for
okay.
like a week, and then
Again, like
Moose
dating
Moose
in
just-
quotations.
this was junior high dating. So yeah, but like Moose kind of just like swooped in, stole her away.
Full on home wrecker over here.
Yeah.
Let's reiterate
That was kind of fucked up.
It was kind of fucked up, but like you guys were young and whatever. It shit happens like that all the time when you guys are like that age.
I mean, I don't fucking care now.
And I don't
it's
think Maddie
hilarious.
I don't
either.
think he does either. Yeah.
I
we
would
don't.
hope
We don't
not.
think he does.
Yeah,
he's probably home. He has
he'll
like a
hear
fucking.
this and he's gonna fucking.
He has a fucking
flip.
dartboard with your with your fucking face on it. He just like throws darts at it. He's smoking a cigarette. He's putting fucking cigarette burns on it like one fucking day. I got really into that.
I'm
Way
like,
too
I
specific.
pictured that in my head. That was a great scene.
But yeah, anyway, it reached a point where we would have to schedule our drives between you and Maddie.
Split them up evenly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because like
And it'd be a fight with either yous if you didn't get to go that day.
Yeah.
So every
Every
day was a
time.
fight.
Yeah.
Because Maddie'd be like, "I'm not going with Moose," and he'd be like pissed if you were with us and you wouldn't come. But then if he was with us, we couldn't pick you up either. So you get pissed then. You'd be like, "This is fucking stupid. Just pick me up. What the fuck? It's dumb."
yeah, because
It was such a
'cause
fucking like.
it was a train wreck.
Yeah.
And like you didn't care. That was the thing. Like if you had cared, then it would have been fine because we'd been like, okay, you're with Maddie, I'm not coming. But you didn't care. But Maddie cared.
Yeah.
So,
he
like,
was
the
the only
whole
one who
point-
didn't want to be around me.
And like he didn't want to be around you because
because I would have fucking went for a drive with him.
Yeah,
I
I know.
remember there was one time that we did. We were in the same car.
and we were talking about fighting. I remember that. I remember being in the parking lot of the Needs in North Sydney, like next to the mall, like the gas station there, and like it was
Yeah.
in the Torrent, I think, and it was kind of like jokingly, and I think you guys kind of made up that night too. You were like, yeah, I kind of wanted to fight you, but it's okay now, kind of thing. I think it was that night. Again, I don't know. It was like this is a long time ago, so
I just remember there was a time where like we were both in the car and I would make like passive aggressive comments just trying to piss him off because I thought it
as
was
per
funny.
usual. And it worked most of the time.
Yeah, he would get so pissed because you can get him pissed whenever.
Yeah, getting Maddie going's it's harder
Easy.
now. It's harder now, but back then it was super easy. I love getting him going on Call of Duty. It's so fun because he doesn't take it seriously, but it's like it's so much fun. But yeah, you guys are best friends now, so it's all fucking fine and dandy.
Me and him were playing the other night, and he went. He had a 1.2 KD, and he was pumped. And he was like bragging about it in the
that's good,
lobby,
though.
and I was like, "Yeah, like I thought I was gonna have that 8 KD game, but I finished with like a 7.3." And he was like, "I feel fucking stupid now. I was just bragging about my 1.2 KD."
But it's like you have to think like how much he plays COD and how much you play COD.
Oh, I know, 100%. It's just it's
That's
hilarious because like
incredible for him.
It's
he
hilarious
gets
listening.
so dumbly worked up. Like and like that match, like he went like 1.2 KD, and he started out like 1 and 8.
I remember we were playing like pretty recently, and you were complaining. You were like, "Man, I went like 13 and 14." And Maddie was like, "Paul, I went 2 and 24." Like he was super pissed. It was pretty funny. But yeah, you guys are good now, which is fucking great because
I would hope so.
we're all
It's
best
been-
friends. We're all
Let me
best
hit
friends.
it first, Paul Ryan. All right.
While you guys are vaping, I do want to mention a fight that I saw. Again, I saw another fucking fight. I don't know what it is with me just going to places where people are fighting, but this one was probably worse than the other one I seen. But I'll just start from the beginning. Me and Ander pulled up to the gas station. I was getting her jewel pods, and there was this like crackhead there. Quite literally, he looked like he was fucking full on crackhead, drinking a bottle of wine, just open wine in the middle of the fucking gas station, which is again illegal. But he was waiting for a cab. He asked me for change. Then the cab pulls up, and the crackhead says to the cab driver, buddy, you just ran my foot over. And the cab driver was like, no, I didn't. Like I saw it too. I was standing right next to him. It was like I was actually curious because the guy was like super pissed at the fucking cab driver. The cab driver was also African American. This is important to the story. He says, you ran my foot over, and the guy was like, no, I didn't. And then he points at me or whatever and was like, oh yeah, whatever. So then the cab driver gets out and he starts going, and then the fucking crackhead was like, you don't fucking belong in this country anyway.
Whoa.
Like he was being super racist. And then at this point, Andrew starts filming it. She has it on video, actually. This whole like confrontation.
Twitter, do you thing?
That's what I told her to tweet it, and the guy was being racist and like just being weird. Like I didn't really understand like what he was going.
Being like a crackhead, who's drunk at a fucking gas station parking lot.
Exactly, he was being as you would expect. So he was with his friend too, and his friend was passed out in the back seat of the cab while this was happening. His friend was also loaded too. He was an older guy, pissed, loaded, drunk in the back seat of the cab. So then the cab driver has to carry him to the other cab because the guy was like, "I don't want you here," essentially. And it was just super awkward. Like no fists were fucking thrown or anything, but it was just a racist altercation that I'd never seen before. So
speaking of cabs, I got one that happened similar in Cape Breton. It was like an Indian cab driver or something from outside of Canada. Anyway, an immigrant. He was driving the cab, whatever. And I guess the new thing in Cape Breton is you have to pay your fare up front because like people are like drunk people aren't paying their fares once they get driven home. So buddy was like, yeah, okay, well just take me to that Needs up the road and I'll get money out, pay you. So he takes me to the Needs, and then the guy he picked up starts like tearing into him, like going on super racist stuff. And then he gets out of the car and he's like beating the shit out of the car and all this stuff.
What
and,
the
like,
fuck?
The cab driver was into the Needs to like tell him to call the cops and all that stuff. Cops ended up showing up and arresting buddy, but I can't say who it is, but it's hilarious who it is.
Oh, we know them?
I think I know who it is too.
Wow.
But yeah, I think he got charged since.
Yeah, I think anyway, that's kind of funny. You weren't in the cab with him though, were you?
No, I wasn't even in Cape Breton.
Oh, so you just heard about this for some reason?
Yeah. Maddie told me about it.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, I pictured you in the back seat of the fucking cab with him.
Was it in like Sydney Mines?
Sydney, I think. He stopped at like, I think it was like the Needs on like Kings Road in Sydney. King Street, whatever it is.
Kind of fucked up. Kind of funny, but kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It doesn't surprise me at all who it was, though.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like being a cab driver, you have to be a certain person. And I feel like there's a lot of like old school cab drivers that seem so much shit, and they're just like completely immune to things like that now.
Some cab drivers are scumbags, though. Someone did a thing on Reddit the other day where they're not from New York, but they were in New York for like a trip or something. But like they like originally grew up there. So
I know you want to look at me, but
I'm sorry. They know their way around New York, right?
Yeah.
So they get this cab and they're going to this hotel. So as soon as he gets in the cab, he starts his tracker app on Google.
Mm-hmm.
And the cab driver like takes him on this like 45-minute cab ride, but it was a 7-minute drive to their hotel. So like he like took them like across one bridge, around the other side of town, and then back across another bridge into their hotel. So it was like a $60 cab ride.
Mm-hmm.
And when he got out, he handed him a 20, and the guy was like, no, it was 60. He's like, nah, you just took us on like a 45-minute cab drive that was supposed to be 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So you can either leave with the 20 or take nothing.
That's happened to me before with an Uber. Usually the price is fixed at upfront because you see the price when you order it. But yeah, I was working at Pigeon Row, and we had to take a Uber to a job site we were working on, and we got in the Uber and we're driving, and he's like trying to take the quick way to avoid traffic, and he ended up I think it costed like an extra $20 because he was like taking all these detours that just made it a longer drive. When if he just stayed on the right track, like we would have been there sooner. And
I didn't think they could even do that in Uber. I thought once that price is set, that's the price. Like they can't charge extra, can they?
Yeah, because it'll go up. The price will go up if you're taking a different route. I think because it depends on the route. That's what it.
Oh, so like I guess you like requested a different route rather than.
Yeah, but he did it himself without us saying anything.
And I guess to like a person who's like not from here or from New York, like they probably get away with a lot of shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
Because if you're not from New York, you're like, oh, we got to go across the bridge, obviously, kind of shit.
But I was with people from Toronto, so they were like, You're
bud.
going the wrong way. Like, this is gonna.
So did you pay?
I think he gave us like a discount or something. Like refunded a certain amount of money.
Did he get a tip?
No.
Good.
From scumbag to discount.
Yeah.
Still a scumbag move.
Yeah.
Uber's
Yeah.
actually a terrible way to make money. People think it's a great way, but it's horrible.
Yeah, I think they only get like, I don't know, less.
It's not even. I think it's like the amount that you bring in per kilometer. People just think that is like what you're getting, and that's not bad. But people don't factor in the cost of maintenance and gas for a car.
Mm-hmm.
So you're depreciating the value of an asset like significantly by driving all those kilometers. And like in the end, I think it works out to like 20 cents a kilometer you're making, which is nothing.
I feel like if you, you didn't have many options for like a job. You had an old beater car that you didn't give a fuck about, and you were like, when it dies, like my fucking G5, which by the way is sold. I sold that, by the way.
No.
How much?
$600.
Really?
That's better than I
I'm
thought.
shocked.
I thought
No,
you'd
actually,
get
no. It was
200.
sorry, $750. $750 exactly.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was with the rims off of it and the sound system out of it.
Really?
Those are
Well, I had a Nissan, a 2009 Nissan Versa, and it was manual and like
I thought you had a Cobalt.
I did, but
This
I
Cobalt
switched.
CS.
I switched to a Versa like after I got it for like
Oh, yeah,
900.
yeah, yeah,
I got it for
yeah, yeah, yeah.
$900.
Yeah, the
No,
silver
no,
car.
that was his parents' Century. You're thinking of.
Oh,
he had
yeah,
the
okay,
black
yeah.
Versa.
Yeah,
True.
The,
yeah.
My first it was
five-door.
my first manual car.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
I remember that. That was so weird.
so I bought it for $900 because that's all I had. And
Mm-hmm.
then my grandfather passed away, unfortunately, like 2 months later, and he left me his car. So I had that new car. So I wanted to obviously sell the other one. And my stepdad was like, put it up for 500. Like nobody's probably nobody's going to take it for much more than that. And I was like, no, I think I can get more. So I put it up. I put it up for, I think like $1,200 or no, I put it up for 15 and I got it for like $1,250 or something. So I profited off of it. And the
Man,
fucking,
you start flipping cars.
I know.
It's kind of fucked because like I didn't think you would get that much for that car, and I didn't think I'd get anything for my car. So hey, like the Sand Trailer Park boys, one man's garbage is another man's ungarbage. So
On the flip side of that, when I was done driving the Torrent and Dad was selling that, he was like, I'll probably get like 3 or 4 for it. And then he was like, I think he asked Kevin if Caitlin wanted it. And Caitlin was like, yeah, I'll take it. He's like, all right, 1,500. And she was like, or I think she like offered 15 or something. He's like, yep, done. He was like, I just want it off my hands.
what a scumbag! No, I'm just. He listens to this podcast, so we want to keep one of our 16 fans. So, so that looks good.
That's the Black Grim.
Yeah.
You get Harry Potter reference if you don't get it.
I'm not a nerd.
I got it.
Okay, fine. Give us some questions, Rick.
Some questions. I do have. This is kind of funny, actually. The top 10 most Googled questions in 2018, and we're going to answer it without Google.
Okay, this is fun.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Number 1.
Number 1. Some of these are weird. Like some of these are like things you probably
That's
won't
okay.
expect. I'm going to go from number 1 to number 10. Okay. We're
Start
just
at 10. Start at 10.
Start at 10. Okay.
Count down.
Does he like me?
No. You're Googling that, then no.
Yeah, probably not.
It's funny because there's no context at all. It just says, "Does he like me?" That's the
Yeah.
full question. So
She wants to know,
who?
or he, or he,
or he? Yeah. 2018.
or they. Could be anybody.
It's almost 2020.
Or
Ricky.
or or whatever pronouns you decide to go by these days. Number 9. Can dogs?
Wait, give us the answer.
Oh no, she doesn't like him. That's obvious. Number 9. Can dogs eat apples? I guess you can see these. I'm not hiding these from you. Can dogs eat apples?
I wasn't trying to look.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be near the mic.
Um,
Yes, they can.
they can, but they shouldn't.
I think it just gives them the shits, don't it?
I think it's fine for like a little bit. Did you guys like see that?
I think like an apple is fine, but if you're just feeding your dog only apples, you're probably fucking up a little bit.
It's like people who put their cat on a vegan diet.
Yeah, fuck
That's
that.
weird. I don't like those people. Those people should die.
Same with dogs.
Remember that Reddit post where the girl got the puppy and she was like, I'm going to start him out, like he's going to head start be stronger than all the other dogs. And like, he he was a puppy, so we needed like just milk and shit, like puppy stuff. And she started feeding him like cut up hot dogs immediately, and the puppy died. And she paid $3,000 for the puppy, so she like tried to sue the kennel she bought her from to get the money back.
That's so weird.
Reddit people are fucked.
People are fucked.
Actually, I think that was from Facebook, but I think it was on Insane People Facebook.
Number 8. Why is the sky blue? I actually used to know this.
The sky is a mirror and it's reflecting the ocean, stupids.
I've heard that that's why the ocean is blue, because of the reflection of the sky.
The reason
the ocean is clear.
The reason the sky
when you look
is
closely, but the reason when you look at it, it's blue is because of the sky.
I think so.
I think so.
I don't
too.
know any scientific
But
backing of that. But
the sky is blue because that's the way the sun shines on our atmosphere, right?
It's like the wavelengths of light that we can see that reflect in the sky. The ones that reflect back to our eyes are the blue shifts of light.
Mm.
So there's a weird science thing behind it that I'm too stupid to understand, but that's as far as I know about it. But the reason the ocean is blue is I'm pretty sure it reflects from the sky. And the reason the sky blue is because it reflects from the ocean. It's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
The chicken.
Well, what?
The cum.
The cum.
Well, what laid the egg? Or, sorry.
Well, what laid the chicken?
Well, what laid the chicken? Number 7, are Jordans Nike?
No.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
We had this conversation the other day.
Did we or no?
Yeah,
we did.
We did.
Because I never even thought about it. I thought they were, like, I always thought they were Nike, but then at one point I thought they were their own brand because they're so big.
No, they're Nike.
Yeah,
they're kind of like dissociated from Nike, but I think their own.
They're like its own popular separate thing. So, but they are by Nike.
Nike probably owns
This
them.
is a good question. Number 6, is water wet?
I remember this argument happening on like Twitter, and I'm pretty sure that I was convinced that water is actually not wet.
Water isn't wet, and I can prove it to you right now.
Prove it.
When you put your hand in water, it becomes wet. But water itself isn't wet. It's the things that you put in water that become wet. Water itself isn't wet. It's the things that you put in it that you submerge in water that make those things wet. But water itself isn't wet.
And what's the science behind that?
Me saying this.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Next question.
Well, like, think about it, though. Like, what defines something as being wet?
When there's water on it.
You can't have water on water.
Yes, you can.
Nuh-uh.
It's like water makes things wet, but you can't make water wet, right?
Hey, I don't say that. Shut up. Okay, Paul, you want to read this next one? Number 5.
Okay, when I was reading your phone, I thought this said something different. I'll say what I thought it was first. I thought it said, "Who is the thickest man in the world?" And I was gonna immediately answer, "Thickey Forrest."
Yeah.
But it actually says, "Who is the richest man in the world?"
So Thickey Forrest.
Which I think, as of the other day, is actually Bill Gates again.
Really?
Really?
He surpassed Jeff Bezos for at least a little while. I don't know if it maintained or not, but I'm pretty sure Amazon stock crashed after like their quarterly or something.
For some reason, I thought the richest man in the world was like some Asian guy.
No, it was Jeff Bezos for a while.
Yeah, it was Jeff, and then isn't Elon up there too in the
My main man.
top 5?
Elon's not even close.
Really?
Elon's like
Really?
what, 100 billion?
I thought he was
No,
I thought
bro.
Elon was like in the least top 5.
What is he?
No.
Or maybe top 10. I could be
I think
wrong about this.
He got like $2 billion out of his PayPal sale, I think.
Oh, he's only 23.5 billion.
I thought he was more than that.
Yeah, me too.
What is who's the richest person in the world? Is it, so it's not Jeff, it's the...
It's either Jeff or Bill.
Do you want to look it up
Jeff
right
is
now?
113 billion.
And what's Bill?
Bill is 107.4 billion.
Oh, there
So
you
that
go.
probably switched in the last few days.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably. So yeah, I wish I had money.
me too.
You should know this one, Moose, because you're on one right now. How to screenshot on Mac.
Oh, it's
I've Googled this several times and I can't
I
Command
actually know
Shift
it.
4.
Command Shift 4, yeah.
Yeah.
And it brings you up this like little thing at you, like a window that you make.
Yeah,
Screenshot.
it's really annoying. I wish it would just. Well, it's kind of.
It's way easier on Windows. Just go to your search bar and type in snipping tool.
Or
Shut
or
the
just
fuck.
hit print screen.
Or you just download the Screen Munch app.
I used to love that app.
Snipping tool comes on the computer and it just opens a box and you click new and you drag and you Make a box around
Bro,
what you want to screenshot.
Command Shift 4 is way easier. I just did it right there.
Done.
Done.
Too many buttons.
There's
I actually
three.
suck at hitting like the buttons like that because like you gotta hit like Command first and then Shift and then 4.
No, you don't.
If whenever I hit them the same, I always like happen to hit Shift first and it doesn't work.
I think you have to hit them in a certain order.
You're right.
I think you can go like Command 4 Shift, but I think Command has to be in first.
No,
Yeah.
Command Shift 4 only works.
All right, do you want to answer this one, Moose? What is my IP address? Do you want to say yours?
I mean, if he
fucking know.
searches, it'll literally come up as yours because he's on your internet.
Oh,
Dummy.
IP is just your internet.
my IP address is 784248664.
Wait, do you know it?
7842864.
No,
7.
it's
Don't say it. I was making shit up. I don't know what they can even do with that IP address, but I don't want them to DDoS
I don't think
me.
they can do much. I think like if you're like on websites,
it's just
they
your
can get your
location.
IP address.
Probably, but I don't want people to DDoS my RuneScape worlds and kill my hardcore Iron Man.
Yeah.
All right,
that's
on to the
true.
next one.
You can read the next two.
Where's my refund?
Refund.
Yeah, I fucked that up.
I don't know what they mean by this question.
They probably just want to know where their refund is.
From what?
Anything.
Amazon, stupid. Probably Wish.com, actually.
It's easy to get a refund at wish.com.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, I never paid anything.
I feel like they're talking about. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the context could be. Because, like, think about the person who's Googling something. What do they want a refund for? Walmart. It's Walmart. It's definitely confirmed it's Walmart right now.
It's probably an American and it's probably Walmart.
Probably Walmart. All right, the number one most Googled question in 2018, I believe this article was. When are the NBA playoffs? It's pretty boring.
I don't know.
I don't
December?
know either. This question was Googled 5 million times.
When is it?
I don't know. Paul, do you know?
More towards April, May time.
When are the NBA? Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird question.
It's Saturday, April 18th, and it ends on June 21st, which is a Sunday.
April.
Good job, Parian.
I have some more questions here, and these are like just questions from things I found on Reddit and shit that I find interesting. What do you guys think actually happens when you dream?
You're asleep.
I don't think it's a thing of what actually happens. I'm pretty sure there's like a proven thing that happens when you dream, isn't there?
But like it is, but like what's your brain trying to accomplish by making you dream though? Is what I'm trying to ask. Like what's the point of dreaming? Like is there like a biological benefit to it, or is it like just like something that your brain does as a mistake, kind of like a hiccup or some shit? And I always wonder this because like there doesn't seem to be a point in dreaming. Like there's no benefit. Maybe you can learn things from it.
dream.
No, apparently, like you
dream.
can't even dream things that you haven't seen.
Yeah, I've
before.
heard that too. All the people you see in your dreams are people you've seen before.
Like even if you just like glimpse their face in public, like
you can't
that-
make
yeah.
can't,
you
your brain
can't make it up though.
Exactly. This is what I think dreams are. I think dreams are just like it's your brain's time to rest and like organize things. And sometimes certain parts of your brain can be stimulated while you're asleep and cause like your memories as they're being organized to trigger. That's what I think dreams are. And that seems like a reasonable thing to
I
assume.
swear I knew you were gonna.
He's got the vape eyes
You
on
look
him.
over like this and you're like.
As soon as Paul
and
starts,
then-
as soon as Paul gives the puppy dog eyes, you know he wants to vape.
There's never puppy dog eyes. They're demanding eyes. This isn't
Same
begging.
thing.
I don't beg.
I don't beg. I fucking plead. But yeah, that's what I think dreams are.
Thank you, Moose.
You're welcome.
I'll kiss you right on the tip of the bird.
Thank you.
Do you guys want to answer some questions from fans now?
Sure.
All right, we'll go on fucking Instagram, and we'll see what questions I have. We'll
Instagram.
go through on Instagram, and we'll see what questions I got answer for Instagram. I'll go to all of them, and I'll just do them in order from the first ones that were asked to the last ones. We'll start with Ty Kelly, who is a good friend of ours from Cape Breton, and he says, "Who are y'all's favorite rappers / least favorite rappers?" And I have a good answer to this. Let's start with who we don't like.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of Lil Nas.
Me either.
Me either, actually.
I like him as a person. I don't like his music.
I never liked his music, and I don't really care about him. He just pisses me off. Fuck you, Lil Nas.
I think he's funny.
I think he can be funny. Like the whole Hot Cheetos thing that happened with him. Like, yeah, it's kind of funny, but I don't know. I don't know enough about him as a person. I just don't like his music.
Wait, are
Hey,
you?
I'm not a fan of Lil Nas, but I'm also not a fan of Nas either.
Are you? Do you mean?
I mean,
Lil
Lil
Nas
Xan?
X.
I mean Lil Nas X, but I meant to say Lil Xan at first.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
said the Hot Cheetos thing.
Sorry,
I don't like Lil Xan
I
at
meant
all.
to say
as a
Lil
person,
Xan. Yeah,
and I hate his music.
That's exactly
I
what
hate Lil Xan 100%, the whole package.
I meant to say Lil Xan, but same goes for Lil Nas. I like Lil Nas more than Lil Xan a little bit, but that's not by much. That's like saying the shit I took yesterday is better than the shit I took today. They're both shit.
Ricky be shitting a lot.
3 times today, bud. Who else do you guys not like? You said you don't like Nas, like the original
Yeah,
rapper.
I don't like Nas.
I mean, he's like from like the olden days.
He's an OG.
He's an OG.
Yeah, but
though.
there's a lot of like OG rappers that I do like. Nas ain't one of them.
Nas is one of my favorite rappers. I
you
just
have
like
to have respect for them.
I have respect for him,
I
but
didn't say I didn't have respect
like-
for him. Just said I don't like his music.
like for example, I don't like Ice-T's music, but I'm sure
No,
he's
me
like
either.
one of the OGs.
Ice-T is an amazing person, though. He's just
funny on
fucking
He's on his
hilarious.
final level.
He's like he's a boomer.
What
as fuck.
happened? They leveled up.
Yeah. See, like he's a meme machine. Who else? Like I don't know.
This is tough for me. I
This
don't
is
really
tough,
think
yeah.
about rappers that I hate.
See, the thing is, like
Exactly. You
If
never
I don't
think
like
about
them-
people you don't like.
if I
Yeah.
don't listen to them, I don't like them. So I don't know much about them. You know, there are rappers that I used to love that I hate now more. Like I used to like Logic a bit, and now I don't like
No,
him as much.
I hate Logic.
I don't like
I
him
liked
now.
Logic when it was like Young Sinatra. Logic.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
Dead
thought that was
Presidents.
okay.
Dead Presidents 3 kind of
Now I
thing.
think
Yeah.
it's kind of corny.
He is corny.
And I just remember on his song 1-800, he says,
Woo!
he says, after he's like
Do you
talking,
Yeah.
talking about killing himself, and he's like, "Who can relate?"
Woo!
It's like, bro, what?
That's corny.
How
as
can you
fuck.
leave that in?
I remember we listened to that in my car and we laughed
Yeah,
because
it's
it was
hilarious.
so fucking corny. There.
Someone who's kind of like that and gets a lot of hate for like similar reasons is G-Eazy, but I actually like G-Eazy.
Jeezy's cool,
I don't
man.
mind
I like
Jay-Z.
it.
He's so he's just cool. Like, and that's why I like him. I think like,
He's so cool, bro. He does so much coke. He's so cool.
Not
Leather
because of
jackets
that.
and cocaine, bro.
have you ever watched like his interviews? He's like smooth, man.
Oh yeah.
You know
He's
who I
cool
like
as fuck.
as a person who gets a lot of hate is Macklemore. He gets
Yeah,
a lot of fucking hate, but,
But bro,
he's a cool person.
the thing about like, there's a lot of like hate surrounding him, and I haven't
I think
listened to
it's-
his new shit.
I think it's more surrounding the Macklemore Ryan Lewis saga than it is the Macklemore.
Yeah. But like if you listen to The Heist, for example, like I listened to it from start to finish again like last year, and man, like that's actually a really good album. Every single song has a concept, and it all means well, and it's like really good. And I don't know, like it's written so well and it all has good meaning. Like there are these rappers who like people love, and their songs are just they're fun to party to. So I don't understand
Yeah.
how you can hate on someone who puts so much like creativity into something.
I feel like a big part of it is people hating it because they think it's cool to hate. Like so many people like
That's a lot of
people
things
like
nowadays.
Jeezy
And he's
and
white.
Macklemore and Logic for that matter. Like it
There's a lot
becomes a
of
thing
things
where
that
it's
they- yeah.
when they stop being underground, people who liked them then start hating them because like, oh man, don't listen to mainstream shit, bro. You were cool when you were underground.
I used
Yeah.
to be like that. I used to be like, oh, I fucking hate Drake because he's so
But
fucking
Ricky
popular.
was like, man, I only listen to Immortal Technique,
and Death
bro.
Grips and Vinny Paz.
But the thing is, like, I think that's valid to feel that way, because once someone blows up and they become mainstream, usually they're forced to make mainstream hits.
Yeah,
That's what I
somebody
don't
else
like,
is
yeah.
guiding it.
Yeah.
at that point.
Once it's like it's not your artistic like mind behind it, and it's all about the money. That's when I start liking an artist.
And it's not even necessarily about the money for them. It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
about the money for the people who are making money off of them.
Yeah, exactly. Once they become a commodity, then I'm just not into it.
Yeah.
But like you still can be mainstream and be really good.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
Drake, for
Macklemore had a
example.
lot of
Drake is-
lyrics
yeah.
about that before he blew up.
Yeah.
like
he went,
becoming I'm pretty sure like a commodity was actually a word that
That he used.
like raps become a commodity. I'm pretty sure is a Macklemore lyric.
like he talks about going into Jimmy Iovine's office and like Jimmy Iovine basically giving him like this huge offer to make him famous.
yeah.
And then he's like, you only get like 30% of your masters, pretty much. And at that point, he like literally walked out because he was like, I don't like, that's fucked. Like he's not. It's not just about the money, but it's like, I don't know. It's like it's money for him, an already rich guy who's like wanting to take all this money from him, and like obviously it's gonna have to be crafted so that, you know, he is making a lot of money off the music. So it has to be radio hits. It has to be like big like radio songs and mainstream music.
For sure, yeah. And like like I said, like I still think you can be mainstream and be popular. Like there is still an artistic drive around like behind certain rappers. For example, like Future's one of my favorite rappers. He's mainstream as fuck. You know? Even Drake, like he's mainstream as fuck, but he's still good. Like you can still make music. But like what I don't like is when, like for example, Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
Like I think he's the best example for an artist who just like went too far in this whole mainstream bullshit and got too many fucking producers. Acid Rap is one of the best mixtapes of all time. And I stand behind that quote.
Oh, it is. It's better than anything he's ever made. But the
by far.
The thing is, it's not... I think that's his fault.
You think? Or do you think it was the people behind him pushing him to do more mainstream bullshit?
No, because it's not mainstream at all. It's like Bible music.
It is,
And
yeah.
he's like steady behind the fact that like this is actually how I feel.
Yeah.
Which is like, maybe that's the way he feels. I don't know, but it's not fucking good.
But I think that's a different situation that we talked about before, where like once their struggle is over, it's like not... There's nothing interesting about it anymore.
Like the whole point...
Which is sad, but...
I think that it's especially true in rap because a lot of rap is like, I grew up poor, I grew up struggling, this is my fucking journey, this is my fight kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then once they're actually like, oh, I have $1 million mansion, then it's like, well, what can I rap about now?
Yeah, it's like there's nothing to talk about. Like, nobody can relate to you at that point because you're rich as fuck and everybody's poor.
I feel like that's why the bling era even became a thing. Because people are like, well, now that I have money, I can just keep that going with like this whole Migos, like walking around with 17 chains kind of shit. Mm-hmm. Where they're like, I got so much fucking money, I can just fart and make more money.
See, with people like that though, like they come up in rapping, they're not rapping about their struggle really. They're rapping about strippers and money.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I just have more money
baby.
now, which means more strippers and more money. Like,
Oh, ass baby.
But it's like Eminem, for example. Everybody likes him when he was addicted to drugs.
Yeah, that's a good example.
You know what I mean?
That's a good example.
Because he would rap about fuck shit because he was on drugs all the time. And now that he's like clean and like 40 years old and he's rich and he just lived in his mansion for like 30 years.
You know what's fucked though? I saw a documentary about Eminem. It wasn't 8 Mile. It was an actual documentary. I don't know his name, but he's his like bodyguard. He's a big guy. Anyway, he was doing an interview and he was talking about that when Eminem wrote his like really, really good songs that everyone looks back and goes, oh, that's the good Eminem. He was clean then, apparently. He didn't start doing drugs until like pre-recovery kind of thing. Like he was late to doing drugs, later than people think he was.
Well, yeah, because Recovery came out and then Relapse, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And like when he wrote Infinite, like his first actual like debut mixtape or album, he was clean. He was poor. He was poor then too.
he just rapped about his mother's drug addiction instead of his own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Made jokes about it. That was the good part.
But like I think like even on like certain parts of Curtain Call, lots of drugs. I think that was Marshall Mathers LP1. Was that?
Pretty sure, yeah.
That was the one with Kim on it. I think so. Anyway, but yeah, I do think this whole like, oh, when Eminem was on drugs, he was better. This happens a lot too. When people are poor, they're better. People are struggling, they're better. And I feel like that's why people have this like persona around like, oh man, mainstream hip hop is so much better because they don't have a lot of shit and they got so much struggles and shit. You know?
But Drake still manages to...
Started from the bottom, now I'm here.
Yeah, I know, but like, he still raps about... I think what makes Drake so interesting, his music, and it's not all interesting, but like the stuff that is good is like, it's like, it's about love and like being like broken and like how he is rich, but he doesn't like feel happy sometimes and shit like that. And I think that's why it's relatable.
It's
and
like
like
depression kind of thing where it's like no matter how much money you have.
I don't think he's depressed by any means, but
yeah, but you know what I mean.
Falling in love with strippers and then like not being able to date them, shit like that. Like,
money can't buy happiness, but I'd rather cry in a Benz than on a bike.
That's
relatable.
That's I thought you were gonna say I'd rather cry with a stripper.
Me too.
Just
kidding.
Just kidding.
I have a girlfriend.
Yeah. I'm only cooking. I promise. So we talked about bad artists. Russ. I feel like Russ is a person I just absolutely hate. I can't
Really?
stand
He's
him.
been.
You're fucked.
I don't like Russ.
You're fucked, bro.
I don't like Russ.
This is something I listened to his old shit. Do you know like how much music he's put out, bro?
Yes, but he also does. Okay, it's his whole like public figure.
Yeah, he's just corny as
He's
fuck.
corny
No,
as fuck.
he is corny, but his songs are good.
There are certain songs I like by him. I will say that, but I don't like his music as an album, and I don't like
But
him as a person.
There's a reason he's big, and that's because of his dedication. Since like I think I went on his Spotify, I don't think anybody has as much music as him on Spotify. I was
Probably not,
scrolling forever, bro.
But it's like
Forever.
when you throw enough shit at the wall, it's gonna stick, kind of thing, though.
Bro, okay, shut up. It was good music. I listened to his first single ever, and it
I'm
was
obviously
good.
biased. Like I know what you mean.
I
but
know.
yeah.
He is a meme. I can get behind that.
He
but
is a meme. Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for him, new respect, because I used to just think he was a meme and fuck Russ, but I don't anymore because I went back and bro, like, I think it was in a span of like 1 year, he put out 3 albums with a bunch of singles that weren't on the albums.
Yeah, probably.
It's like fucked.
and like I remember like back in the day when we used to go to like Ingenish, like What They Want, like that song.
That's what I mean. Paul
Yeah.
used to listen to What They Want.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then
not gonna
Russ
lie,
became
I
a
like
meme.
it.
I did
There's
too.
other songs
I
I
did
like by
too.
Russ.
You know what?
I
There are
never
other
said I didn't
songs
like
by
his
him.
music. I just think he's corny as fuck.
Yeah, I think he's corny, but like he can make a hit. Definitely make a hit.
Yeah.
Like What They Want. What's the other song we listened to in the car?
I can't remember. I was trying to think of the name too.
I'll look it
There
up
was
right
another
now.
one around that. It was the single he put out after What They Want.
I'm thinking of Amine.
Amine.
Yeah, Amine, whatever. It's like Bad Thing. What They Want.
I'll look it up.
Look up popular Russ songs.
So we never actually got to the point where we talked about rappers that we like.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, so that's gonna be our next thing. But yeah, so the whole Russ thing. Yeah.
Okay, what's your top 3?
Top 3
All time, not just right now.
all time.
That's gonna be hard.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to say, Vinny Paz is definitely my top 3 because whatever.
I feel like your top 3 is all gonna be super obscure.
Weird. I would say Future, Vinny Paz, A$AP Rock.
A$AP Rocky, Earl Sweatshirt, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah. You asked the question and you were
Slim Jesus. Shut up. No, Joey Badass, Earl Sweatshirt, and Tyler probably.
Yeah,
Joey Badass is kind of quiet lately. Ever since I quit
I haven't
vaping.
heard him in a while.
Yeah,
I would say Earl Sweatshirt's definitely number 4
ever
for
since
me.
I quit vaping.
Ever since I quit vaping. What's your guys' favorite Earl Sweatshirt song?
I should know this.
Looper.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
a
good
good one.
one.
Yeah, that's an old one. I was gonna say Blade. That's my favorite. That's
Blade.
his
Blade,
one.
Blade is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, his old shit was good. Earl is a great song still.
Oh, Earl. Yeah.
Yeah, Earl.
What's that other song? Oh yeah. On his newest one. Not his newest one.
I
but-
really like Fawcett.
Yeah, that's a really sad and good one.
I don't like shit. I don't go outside.
Yeah.
On Doris.
20 Wave Caps with Domo Genesis. That
That's
thing
good.
slaps.
Yeah.
Molasses.
Molasses is probably my favorite on that album.
Hive is still good. Sunday
is so
with
good.
Frank Ocean.
Doris
Burgundy.
Doris was a really good album.
Yeah.
It was one of the best albums of all time. You know what's funny? On the song Sunday, Frank Ocean has a line that says Fortnite. I'm not kidding. He goes, I went outside for a fortnight. But it was before
No,
Fortnite was
he
popular.
said something else, and he described however many days of Fortnite he said that.
Yeah.
A fortnight.
But he did say Fortnite on that album. So
Yeah,
that's
that was
all
before
matters.
Fortnite came out.
Exactly. Well, that doesn't matter.
But a
Frank
Fortnite is a
Ocean
thing.
predicted Fortnite. You heard it here first.
Exactly. But yeah, that album is incredible. What's that song? Well, Earl, like the song Earl is the one that like made him popular, I would say. Not made him popular,
I
but
think
like
Tyler made him pop.
Tyler made him popular. But that fucking video, I used to think that video was real. I
Yeah,
used to
me
think-
too.
Yeah, I used to
The
like,
death
man,
juice.
Man, they drink death juice, man. That's so fucked.
I wanted to try it when I was like 13.
Yeah. Man, there's like gasoline in it.
I know.
What is it's like weed?
It's
weed, Molly.
It's weed. I think Advil. No, I swear. I think it's like weed,
Eggs are in
Advil.
it. Eggs are in it, I'm pretty sure. Look it up.
There's vodka, cough syrup.
Robitussin. Just say all the things in it. Oh. Death juice formula.
cocaine, marijuana, Oxycontin, 2 different types of cough syrup, and beer.
The one I was
It
on was
makes you-
talking about Willy Wonka's secret death juice formula.
No, the one I'm talking
Wrong
about.
death juice.
The one I'm talking about makes you bleed from your eyes, nipples, nose, and ears, and it makes your teeth fall out.
Does it actually though, or is
No,
that
it's
just...
Urban Dictionary. It was
Oh.
made up by what?
We can't say it on the podcast.
The Urban Dictionary.
But it's kind of funny. See, I wish we could say it, but we can't.
Death juice is a mixture of cocaine, marijuana, Oxycontin, 2 different types of cough syrup, and beer. Makes you bleed from your eyes, nipples, nose, ears, and it makes your teeth fall out and your fingernails fall off. As shown in the music video Earl by Earl Sweatshirts.
Yeah.
My brother drank some death juice and now he's dead. That's it used in a sentence.
Been there. That would have been me at 13, dead. I wondered, would it actually do anything to you?
I think it would just make
besides
you
make you sick.
You'd be
Yeah.
super fucked.
You'd be super fucked and also probably throw up.
But if you drink cocaine, like, does that even affect you?
It definitely fucks your insides up.
And if you drink marijuana, it's not gonna do anything unless it's like
marijuana, unless it's like, I mean, you can
cannabis oil.
It's like edible. It's doing edible, I guess. You can,
No, it's not, because you have to like make butter.
you still
in order to,
you can
like,
still
act-
get fucked from it though. It's not as potent. It's like 20% of it gets absorbed into your body or some shit.
Like, would Oxycontin even affect you if it wasn't snorted?
buddy, I do that all the time.
Don't you take Oxycontin in a pill form straight to your stomach?
It's called taking a pill.
Shout out to Cottonland, Glace Bay.
I thought you were gonna say show to Oxycontin.
Did you ever watch the Cottonland documentary?
Never did.
I haven't either. No.
It's a
I
documentary
used to play
about Glace
hockey
Bay.
with the kid whose father made it though.
Oh man.
And he was like in like Pee Wee. He like started
Didn't-
smoking weed, and it was like this huge thing because his father made like Cottonland, and weed was still like big spooky drug
yeah.
type of thing.
Big spooky drug. I think I know what you're talking about. We won't say names, obviously.
He's
but-
from Da Bay.
Yeah,
Da
from
Bay.
Da Bay.
One of my profs posted a like a poll today to see when we're gonna do like a review session before our exam, and it was like time zone chosen Atlantic time / Glace Bay.
Sorry, I'm just still looking at this definition on Urban Dictionary, and there's an ad, and it says, "Get a death juice mug for your cat Sarah."
I don't own a cat named Sarah, and I don't want to give it death juice. I get ads all the time for like G Fuel now.
And there's an ad.
computer.
There's an ad for, I guess, cannabis online, and it's called spinach.
That's a vegetable.
Cool.
But yeah, so yeah, Earl's song "Earl" was incredible. What was that other song he made with Tyler, where he like beats him up?
Whoa.
No, where he beats him
Chum.
up. No, not Chum.
Oh, it was actually
Oh, ass milk.
Ass Milk. That's it. Yeah.
Addicts arise.
Yeah.
When I arrive in this crack. Can
Can you guys do the whole song right now?
I don't know the.
I don't know the first bit of it.
I only know lyrics to Earl's part, and he's like, "Scarier when I finger fuck her after I dig her up and then eat her out with a bit of mustard."
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's fucked up.
Shove a trumpet up her butt. Play a song Invader Thong. My dick is having guts for lunch. I also like to reiterate my thing from before. Danny Brown is one of my favorite rappers of all time. Yeah, I would say he's my top.
Danny
sure.
Brown is good.
I love Danny Brown.
I'm definitely missing someone.
Yeah, I'm
Like
thinking of other ones
Well,
that
it's
I'm
hard.
like going
There's like
up.
my top
Schoolboy
three.
Q.
Eh.
I like Schoolboy Q.
He was
His
better back
newer
in the
shit
day.
isn't great.
Mac
but
Miller. I love Mac.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mac
you know
Miller.
what, Mac Miller. Yeah, there we go.
Honorary mention. I would put him.
Oh
like,
wow, we never mentioned
Yeah.
Goldlink.
Oh, fuck.
yeah, we had to talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't read what Goldlink posted.
I read the whole thing.
All right, fill us in.
Yeah, give us the whole rundown.
So essentially, he was like, I'll give you the too long didn't read.
Yes, please.
Yes.
It's like a bunch of passive aggressive comments. So it's basically like, this is the beef we had, and I'm still upset about it, but RIP, bro.
So why even bring up the beef?
Exactly. That's why everybody was flipping about it.
So they have a right to be pissed off.
Yeah, no, he's a fucking asshole.
Why
He's
would
a
he bring that
clown.
up? Why even bring
He
it
was
up?
okay. What he said, the biggest thing that I took from it, he said that Mac Miller's Divine Feminine album was literally a blueprint of his album.
Your elbow just fart?
Thing.
Sorry to cut out that
Didn't
serious stuff.
who said that about Drake? The Weeknd.
Yeah, but they have beef because of, I think, he was dating one of the Hadid, or he was dating some model, and Drake like ended up going to a party with her, and there's like some beef about that.
Some corny ass beef.
But that's why they have beef. I'm pretty sure.
But
But The Weeknd said that maybe it was Take Care from Drake was literally handed to him by the Weeknd handed him his album and said take whatever you want from it, and Drake pretty much took the entire thing.
I heard this before, but I heard it was a conspiracy.
Because he literally he talks about XO on that album, like multiple times. I'm pretty sure like that OVO and that XO is everything you imagine. Yeah. It's so like weird. they were like tight then because The Weeknd wasn't big yet.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That was the thing. Like he was like trying to come up, so we like kind of like, and Drake was there, so you like showed him his shit, and Drake liked it. So he was like, yeah, you can like use it, but I guess Drake like ripped the entire thing off.
Yeah.
That was a thing like a couple years ago.
So okay, back to this.
Take Care is a great album though.
It is a great album. This whole like Gold Link thing. Did he rip off his album or no? Like was that confirmed or was he just talking shit?
The reason he said that is because Mac Miller's single was with Anderson .Paak, and the single from Gold Link's album was also with Anderson .Paak.
Can you guys?
So Anderson .Paak flipped the fuck out on Instagram, making a huge post about it, and he was like, basically like, he was like, okay, Mac Miller's album won like, I forget what award it won, but he's like, everybody knows that album, but nobody knows what yours is even called.
I literally can't name a single Gold Link. I know one Gold Link song.
It's called
off the top
Crew.
of my head.
Yeah.
It's called Crew.
I see money all around me.
And it's like, yeah, it's just stupid. It's like Mac Miller literally made him what he is. He brought him on tour so that he could get bigger and get exposure.
I just don't understand how you can't have respect for somebody who did that for you.
And he's dead.
And he died.
Why bring it up? Keep
That's
it to
the
yourself.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like if you're going to go after somebody for an album, like, in the grand scheme of things, is that really that big of an album in Mac Miller's discography? Like,
no, it's not as big.
Out of everything, like,
actually,
I would say
it might have been.
I would say it's
really
closer
big.
to one of his smallest.
It's pretty popular. No, I think it's like up there. I think it's like his most streamed one.
I think he really came back with Good Morning after he signed with Sony.
I think Divine Feminine was like his most streamed album. Is that true? I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Because like I see it a lot on Spotify. It's not my favorite album by him. It's great.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good, but
I would say Blue Slide Park was bigger. I would say Watching Movies was bigger.
Watching Movies was probably bigger, yeah.
I would even say Faces mixtape was probably bigger.
Okay, no. So Blue Slide Park peaked at number 1 in 2011, and Divine Feminine peaked at number 1. So those were the only 2 number 1 albums on Billboard.
Oh wow. Okay.
I did not expect that.
And Good AM was number 2. Watching Movies was only number 3, which is crazy. Swimming was number 3.
1.
And then the rest are like 8, 13, 16.
See, out of all those albums you mentioned, I would put Divine Feminine the last of them, and I'd put Faces above it too.
I think I'd put Swimming below.
Faces wasn't an album; it was a mixtape.
Yeah, I know it was a mixtape, but I
put Faces
as far as the music goes, I would still put it above it, and I would put Best Day Ever above it too.
Can we just appreciate how great
and,
Mac Miller was?
What was that 6-song thing? It was only 6 songs. On and Beyond. That was probably my favorite. That was my favorite work. From
that
Mac
was an
Miller.
EP. It peaked at 8. Number 8.
What about Delusional Thomas? Remember that?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was cool.
He had Delusional Thomas. He had Larry the Fisherman.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
He had like multiple.
It wasn't Larry the Fisherman. It was.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't the Fisherman.
Yes, Larry the Fisherman.
Fisherman Larry?
No, Larry the Fisherman, bro. I
think
know
it is Larry the
I have
Fisherman.
it on my DatPiff.
DatPiff.com. World premiere.
Not the Fisherman. Larry Fisherman.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew there wasn't a the in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, can we just appreciate how fucking amazing Mac Miller is?
Yeah.
Like, he was a great artist.
Well, he would make so much like different sounding music that he had to make different names, so it would make sense.
Did you guys know that this is kind of related? During the Narwhal interview, he was interviewing Ugly God, and Ugly God kept having like these like fake names, and like Narwhal kept bringing them up. He was like, Young Skeet or something. He was like, how'd you fucking know that? But one of my favorite Narwhal interviews was the one with actually Mac Miller, because he was so fucking happy in it. Like, he was so fucking excited to be like interviewed by Nardwuar, and he fucking loved Nardwuar. And this was like in 2010 2010 probably. It was a long time ago. This was like before Nowhere was like, he was popular, but he wasn't. He was popular in the music industry, just not.
Well, he was
like,
a legend
mainstream.
because of Snoop Dogg and Pharrell.
Yeah.
And then from then
Jay-Z
on, it's like
too.
anybody who got an interview
Yeah.
with Nardwuar is like, that's exciting.
Because like Pharrell's the one that made him popular because he like blew Pharrell's mind. Then Pharrell got him with Jay-Z.
I watched that for the first time the other day, and Pharrell's literally like,
He's a kid
I
in
think
Christmas,
this
man.
is. I think he's like, I think this is like the best interview I've ever done. This is
He's
crazy.
like, thanks, I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, Nowhere.
It was like super heartfelt from Pharrell's side too. Like it wasn't just like a. Like,
He's
yeah,
like,
I mean, this is
calm.
cool. It was like, man, this is like honestly
Mhm.
the best interview I've ever done. Like,
yeah.
he
and,
was like
he brought
from the
him a
heart. And
doll.
he's like, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here. And that stupid like monotone voice that he always has.
Yeah.
keep on rocking in the free world.
I thought of somebody that nobody included in the top 3 that I think should be in all 3 of our top 3.
Who?
Young Thug.
Oh.
Oh
fuck.
yeah, obviously.
I think of him as more of a.
He's a god.
He's above
He's
the
like-
rest.
Okay,
He's a musician.
There's a
He's transcended rapper.
Oh,
There's a-
and I
okay.
really like Post Malone. I wouldn't consider him a rapper.
I don't think
Yeah,
I'm a rapper
Post
either, but I
Malone, yeah.
really like Post Malone.
there's
Yeah.
a separate genre for like god tier, and it's like Young Thug, Playboy Cardi,
Playboy Cardi, yes.
I would also
Lil Uzi Vert.
Lil Uzi Vert, and also like Lil B. Like all those people are like god tier.
Anyone see Lil Uzi Vert tweet the other day?
No.
He's not cool with Cardi anymore.
Oh yeah, he was flipping.
That's not the one I was talking about, but I did see that. No, this one. Someone asked if he ever talks to Tyler, and he responded like, "Yeah, Tyler's the reason I had to go back and refinish the album. He said my beats don't hit hard enough." So and then people are speculating there's going to be some Tyler features on.
Maybe.
Uzi's new album.
Or Tyler
Do
might
you
just
think-
be on the
do you-
production.
Do you think that would have like? Would they have chemistry? Lil Uzi Vert and Tyler. Well, maybe now.
There's been
Tyler's
some
like,
there's
I
been
don't
some
know.
Tyler features that I never
think-
would have thought would like I would
Tyler
never
can
think
adapt to anything. I think.
exactly. You'd
Yeah,
never
that's
think that
true.
Tyler
He's
and
really
Frank
adaptive.
Ocean could make a good song.
No.
but bangers.
Yeah.
Frank
I mean,
Ocean's
Well,
she-
not bangers. But
She
like,
is huge.
Yeah.
I forgot about that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank Ocean's a great. Like I would consider like Frank Ocean and Post Malone in the kind of same category too, where they're not like Not-
Post
well, not-
Malone's more
not-
like folky R&B, and
Yeah, Frank Ocean's
and Frank
more like
Ocean's like soulful R&B
atmospheric kind of. Yeah,
and like lo-fi kind of.
yeah.
I don't even know if I put Post Malone into an R&B category.
He's more of like a pop star.
It's more like it's,
I would say more of a
he's
pop
not-
rock type of thing.
it's pop rock,
Yeah,
yeah.
pop rock's a better way.
but
to
like
put it.
folk on some songs. It's like it's
When he
weird.
gets so like feeling Whitney type of thing.
Yeah, that's like his folk country because he's like
Yeah.
hugely inspired by like Bob Dylan and shit like that.
What's your guys'
hilarious.
favorite Post Malone song?
Probably Feeling
Honestly,
Whitney.
I like
That's a
Feeling
good one,
Whitney.
too.
I like Feeling Whitney, but I know it's like his biggest song right now.
Rockstar.
I like no.
The
I don't
one
like
with
Rockstar.
Ozzy.
No, it's I like the one with
I love this whole new album actually.
I didn't
Oh, yeah, it
listen
was
to
great,
it.
yeah.
Not yet. I have to download it. But
I think it's so good.
Circles. It's huge.
Circles is good?
It's
Yeah,
like
that's a
one
good
of his biggest songs are now. I love it so much. It's like one of my favorites now. And same with the one from Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man
It's called the Spider-Man theme song.
with Sway Lee. With Sway Lee, what's it called? Sunflower.
Yeah,
I love that song.
it is good.
I like there's a song he
I
has
actually
with,
really like Sway Lee on the hook on that one.
He's so good.
Okay,
Sway Lee
is good.
Sway Lee is
Lee's
amazing.
Good. Yeah,
He's like he
and so is Slim
he
Jimmy.
has the best. Well,
I think Sway Lee's
Sway
way
Lee's
better than Slim
100%
Jimmy.
better.
I like Ray Tremor. I like
Sway
him.
Lee has the most catchy melodies in like some of the most in history. Like for real.
Oh shit,
They
He's
have
crazy.
so many good songs. Like
they do.
think of
And-
that first album. How many like unreal songs came from the
Somebody
first
come
Ray
get
Tremor
her.
album?
Yeah. I
She's
mean
dancing like a stripper.
that one Black Beatles was so gross after all the white girls like started listening to it, but it's
It's still a
still
good song.
a great
It
like,
was
great
ruined.
hook.
Yeah, it was ruined. But it was a
Um,
good song. What's the other song?
Black
they had?
Beatles by Joey Badass was really good too.
Oh yeah, true. No, no
I don't
type.
remember that one.
No type.
That was
No
off
Type.
Before the Money.
Uh,
I mean
Black Beatles has it like weird like in the background has like the weird like
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
go, "Da-na-na," but it does start with the.
you know what I mean though.
it starts off with Black Beatles in the city.
We're talking with the other Black Beatles, I think.
Talking with the bugs.
Oh, you guys are talking about Joey Badass?
Yeah.
Talking with bugs like June bugs. Oh Oh, there's a song I like by him.
I
Three
don't.
Nights.
It's called.
3 nights at the motel.
Oh yes, I do like that
3
one, but I don't
nights.
listen to it.
You should know that
You would
song?
like all of his music.
Yeah, you definitely would.
Especially if you like that song. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm
That's
gonna
a-
go through my like
That's a lot of music talk.
recent playlist. I mean, yeah, we can
Who
do
cares?
some more.
We're rolling. You could just stop it if we're rolling on a topic.
Yeah, true.
Shut the fuck up, Harvey.
These are the songs I'm listening to right now.
Songs I'm listening to right now are all from the 70s.
What the fuck?
it was
I
stu-
noticed that you were playing
you're
an
weird,
old ass
man.
song like.
It's
last
from a
podcast.
stupid fucking Ford commercial that got Brandy by Looking Glass stuck in my fucking head.
You listen to Eric Clapton.
Yeah, it's like Looking Glass, King Harvest, Derek and the Dominoes, Eric Clapton, Percy
Leonard
Sledge,
Skinner.
Leonard Skinner.
Man, you're fucking.
A lot of
turning
Skinner in
into-
there.
Yeah, you're turning into a boomer.
I listen to a bunch of old
The
shit.
Eagles.
Like,
I'm listening to.
But no, there's a Ford commercial right now that has Brandy by Looking Glass, and it's like a Ford truck like pulling up to like an old wharf and like it has to like back a boat in and they have like
Okay.
this thing over it. But the song like caught my head instantly, and my phone has like the automatic thing that tells you the song when it's playing.
oh, okay.
So it like showed up. I was like, oh, I'm gonna listen to that song because I can't stop fucking humming it.
If you get
And then it
your
led me to
fucking-
this playlist, and that's all I've listened to for like the last 3 weeks.
If you get your fucking music from a Ford commercial, you're a boomer. I don't even care. That's
A
100%
boomer.
true.
You should smell a lot different.
A boomer.
A baiter.
All right, I'm listening to a lot of Blade recently.
I didn't listen to it. I see like a lot of memes, but
I like his song Ice Dancer. It's fucking
What?
crazy.
I thought he was just a producer.
He was.
He produced all of Young's Lean
Young's Lean.
Young Lean stuff, right?
Yeah.
Or like a lot of his older stuff.
Yeah, like a lot of his like,
Some-
coming
some
up
of it.
stuff. And then like he has like this weird, and it's like, I don't know, it's weird because like it's not inherently good, but it's like it's very auto-tuned and it's kind of like the first time you're like, okay, whatever. Then it's just catchy. It's like fucking, it just gets like stuck in your head, and you want to listen to it over and over again. It's like a fucking earworm.
That's literally every song on the new Post Malone album for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
Yeah,
literally,
I'm gonna download it right now.
I just read the name of the album, and like the song that's named Hollywood's Bleeding is now just in my head. Like that's all. Like
What's the name of the album? It's bugging me.
Hollywood's Bleeding.
Is that the name of it? Okay.
Yeah. Hollywood's bleeding.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Darkness.
I listened to the album straight through when it came out, and then like 3 songs were stuck in my head. I think that was one of them. Okay, we only answered one question so far from all the Instagram questions, so let's keep going with that. A question from Landon:
Oh.
Do you age?
Who? All of us?
All of us. You first.
Um,
I think it's more like from a philosophical sense.
Yes, I get older.
yeah, I get older too.
It's called
Yeah.
getting older.
Dumb
Idiot.
Dumb yeah.
Stupid ass. Bitch ass stupid head.
Stupid head.
Shoe on your head looking ass. I'm going to skip 2 questions.
No, let's get.
Well, I can't say that.
This
Unless you want to say
one?
it. Don't say that one. You can say that one, but don't say that one.
This one right here.
Just go to Camden's question.
Just go to Camden's question.
Yes.
They said not to.
No. Say that one. That was a good question.
Well, which one am I not allowed to say? Oh, well, I can say that one. That's not really bad, but the other one,
one's
okay.
fine. Exactly.
All right.
You know what
So,
I mean.
how old were you when you first started jacking off?
This is from my friend Alex from engineering. Shout out Alex. Shout out Honeymoon Driver.
Well, I can explain this pretty easily. I wasn't jerking off because I didn't know how to, but I would rub my sheets on the head of my penis and I would orgasm, and I would just do it until I came, pretty
I
much.
would
But the
orgasm.
thing is, I was doing this before I even produced like semen, so I would
yeah,
come,
I'm
but
the same
nothing
way.
would come out.
I would come, but nothing would come.
First time I ever jerked off, I was 13 years old. It was to a porno from Pornhub that I found on the front page that was a girl blowing 2 guys in a garage, and I wore a condom.
That's a very, yeah,
I think you told me about this.
you did. Yeah, you told me this too. My first time.
And then I panicked because I didn't know what to do with the condom. I thought my parents would finally get mad at me.
Like, you have a condom?
They were. It was like a thing at school where, like, for some reason, our fucking
They gave us
guidance
condoms.
counselor thought it'd be a good idea to sell packs of gum, and every time you bought a pack of gum, you got a condom with it.
And we were like 13.
But you could also just take condoms for free.
Yeah.
That's sick.
The first time I jerked off was to a Thrasher magazine, and it was the Hubba section. They'd have these like Hubba wheels.
You told me this.
Yeah, and there was like naked girls on it, kind of, and they were like really up close to the girls, and they were like they weren't fully naked, but they were like wearing bikinis. And I was on the top bunk of my single bunk bed room. I was like 11 or 12, and I just would come. I was shooting blanks, but
Straight up.
shooting fucking blanks. But it was fun though.
I used to jerk off to my WWE magazine because there was the Diva section.
They're gonna say I used to jerk off the www.websites, something like that. I used to jerk off the WWE.
Next question.
Go ahead.
Why is your pussy so fat?
Mine.
Not directed at anybody in particular.
Oh, I thought it was directed to me.
This is from
If you
Julia.
got a fat pussy, you can answer.
This is
I got
from
a
Julia.
tight little tiny
class.
pussy,
Shout out
so
Julia.
I can't answer.
My pussy is fat because all my weight goes there. Like whenever I eat something, all the fat
Straight
just
to the
goes to
pussy.
my pussy. Yeah.
Straight to the pussy. My pussy's so fat because I only do like kettlebell workouts.
He only does Kegels.
Yeah, I only do Kegels. So like my pussy muscles are just fucking thick.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I just have a skinny little pussy.
Don't tweet
That's
that.
all I can say. From Camden. Do you like choking girls when you have sex with them?
That's a serious question.
I don't have sex. So no, I'm kidding. I like being choked. I'll be honest. I don't fucking
Ricky
care.
chokes himself when he jerks off.
I've done it before.
He's told us.
Ricky's a belt on the door kind of guy.
No, I'm a belt in my other hand kind of guy.
I don't know. Whatever feels right.
I'm indifferent.
I don't always choke my girlfriend, but sometimes I do.
But when I do,
Same boat.
It's like the
Yeah.
fucking Modelo guy. It's like, what would I do?
I do
She
it
passes
hard.
out.
All right, we have a repeat question, so I won't bother with that one.
What was it? The fat pussy one again?
Nope. How old were we started jacking off? You asked it.
Oh, it was
twice.
Alex. Oh, yeah.
Why don't I see that special body pillow in videos anymore?
This is my friend Dylan who went to Japan. I haven't told this story yet. So he went to Japan, and he bought us a bunch of weeb stuff, and he brought us back a bunch of. Is weeb offensive? No, it's not offensive.
No.
Fuck weebs. He brought us back a bunch of like random stuff. So this guy had to go into a Japanese sex shop, who his second language is Japanese, so he had to ask for like a body pillow.
Where is your body pillow?
It's in the other closet over there. He
Why isn't it in your bed?
I don't know.
It's what it's for.
It's
So
yeah,
you
I know,
sleep
I
with
know.
it.
He brought me a body pillow. He brought Camden a tit pad, one of those
I
like
want one of
squishy
those.
tit pads. What else did he get? Oh yeah, he got Cecil like a tit. It's like a tit stress ball. And what did he get? Oh, he got Ian some porno mags. He got something else too. I'm forgetting what it was, but he got like, a bunch of like weeb stuff. And I used the body pillow in one of my YouTube videos, and I secretly cuddle it at night and don't tell anybody,
Especially
'Cause she's
GF.
hot. especially my G.
Next one's a pretty hard hitting question.
Oh.
Oh, how do I?
Don't delete it.
How do I open it bigger? I can't read it all. It's this one.
It's
It's this one.
Oh, sorry.
Click on it.
No, I think it just won't. I don't know. Swipe it to the right, maybe? Let me see. I'll try to get this out.
Brian does not.
We'll answer
use
this question while I'm
Instagram.
open this. This is from Josh Boudreau. Am I pretty?
You're gorgeous, queen.
Gorgeous. Look at
the
his hair.
Fucking sexy.
Amazing. Strawberry
Sexy
blonde.
motherfucker.
All right, now get to open the other question for fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
He's also a really good artist, too. Shout
Yeah, I
out,
know.
shout out Josh. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Great guy.
Trying to open this. Man, I'm just going to go to my page here.
Click on send message. Send it to me.
I'm just going to say this. Oh, share response. Oh, here it is. Where?
No, that's not even it.
Are you guys boomers?
We are boomers. He listens to 4 commercials for songs. What do you think?
Doesn't know how to use Instagram.
See what I mean?
No, I hit the wrong button.
Hit share response.
Ultimately, do your genetics, or does your environment have more of an influence on your
This
personality?
is from Alex as well. This is a really fucking tough question. It's basically like nature versus nurture kind of thing.
Well, genetics for me like, I think the only thing I got genetically was like my emotions and my mental health. And then the way I act and the way I guess my personality is based off of like what I've been around my entire life. And
Yeah, my guess would be 90% of people, it's your environment.
yeah,
Unless you're like
Yeah.
one of those really special people who's just born like a genius and
like you.
like works. No, I don't even think that. I think if I was born into like a fucking shithole family, I'd be a complete fucking degenerate. The only reason that I'm like relatively do well in school is because like it was like
you were taught that's the right
me.
thing to do, yeah.
Like,
I agree.
That doesn't explain it.
Okay, listen, this is what I think. I think, like, your health, like, your internal health, your heart conditions, your mental health, your obesity chances, whatever, your cataracts,
yeah, but
all
it's
comes from
asking about your
environment.
personality.
Your personality, yeah. So I'm saying, like, your personality definitely comes from the environment you're in. Because I think when you surround yourself with positive people, you have a positive
you'll be
personality.
positive. It's-
Exactly. If you surround yourself in a drug-infested shithole...
You're gonna be a
gonna
drug
grow.
addict.
Exactly. And you know what? Maybe that's not true for everybody, but it definitely has, I would say, I agree with the 90%.
But also, if you think about it, like, and this happens all the time where people, you know, the bullies in school, they usually had a shitty home life,
Oh,
and that's because of the way
yeah.
they were treated at home. They had shitty personalities.
This is a good segue to one of the questions I had in the thing, and it says, should bullying be a thing? Like, is bullying a good thing or a bad thing?
Depends on who you're bullying.
There's two ways to go about this. Yes, bullying is harmful. Yes, bullying is not good in certain aspects. But I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be half the person I am today if I didn't get bullied. I would be a fucking loser if I didn't get bullied. I know I would.
See, it depends on if you consider what happened to you bullying. Like, people fucked me in junior high and stuff. Like, I
wouldn't
literally
consider
had a
that
corner
bullying.
that was considered my beating corner in junior high. And they
all-
would just corner me and they'd beat the fucking piss out of me. But, like, it was my friends who were beating the piss out of me, and I
Yeah,
never
like-
thought of it as a bad thing.
It wasn't like actual bullying, I guess.
Yeah, and then when I finally fought back, I never had a beating corner anymore.
I was
And it taught me a lesson.
I was bullied by Jeremy, but I didn't even consider him a friend. He was just mutual friends with everybody, so he was always around to beat the shit out of me,
It was
and I
kinda
didn't
like
want him to
Logan.
be around.
And like Logan too is the same way.
He never bet me up.
Logan bet me up a lot, and Paul.
But I always like found whenever Logan fucked me, like he'd like fucking sack me, but like really bad. Like I'd be like stand up my legs spread for some reason because I'm stupid, and he'd walk up behind me and like full on soccer kick me in the fucking nuts, right?
you were stance
and then
bro.
I stood up and I stood the same way, and he did it again 30 seconds later. Like as soon as I like regained myself,
That was
Okay.
so
And,
funny.
like, it
shit
was
like
hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Okay,
and then I learned not to stand like that anymore.
Okay, I want to say a funny story right now. There's this funny fucking thing where someone like held your mouth shut and then Logan like burped in your
No,
fucking
no, no,
face.
no, no. What they did was
Yeah, what'd
it was
they do?
okay. This was in English class during like a public speaking event, right? And we're sitting in the back, and I think it was Connor Warren. I held my nose so I couldn't breathe and had to open my mouth. And Logan had just eaten like 2 bags
Cookies and
of
fucking-
old Dutch ketchup chips. And he burped directly in my mouth. This is all like loud as fuck going on. Well, one of the quietest people in the class was trying to give like their presentation at the front. English didn't say a fucking word. I'm laying on the floor dry heaving at this burp in my mouth. Just stood up like nothing happened.
Man, you got owned.
Nobody said a word.
You got fucking pwned, bruh.
Well, the teacher wouldn't want to get burped in the mouth, so I wouldn't say anything either.
Was that Miss Oak's class? Was it Miss Oak?
It was,
It
yeah.
was Miss Oak's class.
She was sweet.
Should I? Yeah, she was great. Should I tell my fart spray story? I never
I don't
told
remember
this
this.
story.
I remember.
Oh, I remember. It
I
was
remember.
yesterday. I remember. All right, I'm just gonna say the whole story.
I have another story after this.
All right, fair. My aunt, who I love, she bought me this thing called fart spray, and it essentially smells like rotten eggs and farts. It's the most disgusting smelling spray, and Paul definitely
It's fucking
it's
gross. It's horrible.
It's disgusting, and it fucking burns your nose, and it does not leave your nose. It's just fucking putrid. And I went to school with it because I'm a fucking moron, and I wasn't gonna fucking do anything. Like I was just gonna show my friends, and be like, look what I got. And then I remember I gave this to one of the fucking baddest kids in the school at the time. So he takes his fart spray, and he fucking sprays it everywhere in Miss Oak's classroom. He takes Tyler Evis's hoodie and pulls it open and sprays it on the inside of his hoodie. So like he will smell like fart spray. Tyler starts instantly fucking like throwing up essentially. Like he was gagging and dry heaving.
Okay, this literally stank so bad that they evacuated the school.
Yeah. So,
no joke.
So like this was during our public speaking thing with Miss O. And she was like, we have to leave. Like, who is that? Because she thought someone farted. It was so bad, but it wouldn't go away because it was just lingering and it would not. And people would like cover their face and like leave the classroom. And then Miss O was like, we have to leave. So she took us out of the classroom and they evacuated the school like as a fire drill. And
That's awesome.
and
But
yeah,
And Ricky got in trouble for bringing fire spray to school.
I got in school detention, and I remember like Mr. York came to the classroom once the fucking classroom was evacuated, and he was like, "Okay, who did it? Whoever says they did it will not get in trouble." And Hayden, laughing, stood up and went to the principal's office. Right away, he was like, "It was me." He fucking was like, "It was me. I did it." And I was like, "I'm not getting in trouble. I'm not standing up." But
yeah,
Mr. York still has my fart spray to this day.
he probably uses it.
He probably sprays it on his own fucking whatever.
So I have a similar story. Ryan, you probably remember this when we were in Boston on a school trip.
I was going to tell this one.
Yeah. You can tell it if you want. It's better than you're better at.
All right,
stories.
so one of our friends from like junior high years, Chicken. We'll call him Chicken. He
We've said his name before, Chicken Boga.
Chicken Burgers, yeah. So we went to like this. It wasn't like Chinatown, but it was like one of those type of things where it's,
It
like
was
it's a bunch
it was
of little
black market
shops.
in
It was,
in Salem,
yeah, in Salem, and they had
which I still have them to this day.
they had stink bombs, and it was a little glass vial with some stinky shit in it.
Mhm.
So he bought some or whatever, and we had like those and those little crackers just on the ground. We weren't supposed to have those things, but they're not gonna fucking chase us down and take away our fucking crackers.
Shit that we just bought.
Yeah. So later that night, we're at the hotel, and were you staying with Chicken?
I was staying in Brandon's room.
Yeah,
and
you-
Brett Power,
Yeah,
and that's where he came in and threw it in our room.
yeah, you threw it in your room, but then the teachers made him and I think it was Connor and Maddie and someone else switch rooms with you
Yeah,
and sleep in the room they threw the stink bombs in.
yeah.
So it didn't work out too bad for you guys. But
Yeah, I know, but it was like it was so bad, man. Like I was.
Yeah, they were
almost.
gross.
It smelled so bad. I was almost crying because I couldn't breathe, and yeah, man, it was the worst smelling thing ever.
that was during the time where Maddie had his first girlfriend,
Yeah,
and he got caught like sneaking to her room to like hang out with her after hours. When we were supposed to be in bed, and like the teacher came in to like check on him, he tried to like hide behind the bed and the wall, and they found him there.
Oh my, that's so
And
embarrassing.
he got in a bunch of shit.
That trip was one of the funnest times of my life.
That was really good. Yeah, remember
It-
playing laser tag at the mall we went to, with the Chuck E. Cheese there and everything.
I don't think I went with you guys, but I do remember.
No, you were there.
I was there.
Yeah.
But what I do remember is we went to Taco Bell. And
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
the
Doritos Locos Tacos when they
Yeah.
first came out.
There was a midnight release the night before, and the guy was like, "Were you guys here for the midnight release?" We're like, "There was a midnight release for
For a
this."
taco.
There was like a huge line and shit.
Can you imagine all the fat guys standing outside the fucking Taco Bell? Like, we're here for the fucking Doritos Locos, whatever the fuck it's called.
It
That
was
same
sick.
trip, I was staying with Daniel Tweedy,
Shout out to you, Tweety.
Andrew Cantwell, and Jeremy maybe.
Did Jeremy go? Yeah, Jeremy went on that trip.
I think that was who was in my room, and we were hungry at night, and we ordered. We called a cab company, and had a cab company pick up Wendy's and deliver it to us at like 2:00 in the morning. But our floor was shut down. We had like a whole floor of this hotel rented, and they couldn't get there because they had security there, and they wouldn't let them through. So like we were like at the door, like pleading with the security guard to like, man, just let him through, man. We ordered the food. He's just bringing it to us. The poor guy like had like 4 fucking cups of Coke and dropped them in his car, so we had Coke all over the place in there. He came up with only 1 Coke and a big bag of food. We tipped him big time. It was like a $100 order for like 3 fucking Baconator combos.
Oh man,
The best Baconator I ever had, though.
hell yeah,
It's because you earned it.
yeah, exactly. It was hard work and it paid off.
More questions?
Sure.
Fuck, Mary,
I'll
kill.
read this
Yeah,
one.
okay, you can read this
This one is pretty much just a question for Ricky. We got a fuck, Mary, kill. It's Paul, Moose, and an O. Henry bar. This is from Kyle, by the way.
Well,
This is straight from Jamie.
I would have to marry Paul for his money. That's obvious.
Oh, thanks.
I would fuck Moose.
Thanks.
And I would kill an O. Henry bar because it would kill me if I didn't. That's a fair answer.
Kill them before they kill you, bro.
Exactly.
Get or get got.
Exactly.
What if I'm more rich than Paul? Then you really missed out.
Then you'll be my friend.
You'll just divorce me and take half my money, and then
Just
you'll
go
move on to you.
Yeah, I'll move on to you.
Fine.
Plus, I already fucked you, so I'm already kind of in there.
Yes.
Already sliding in there.
All right, another one from Jamie. Where is a place you would never live and why? And where
Miko.
would you ideally want to live?
Not Me Cove. Me Cove and Me Cove.
I love how we phrase it as want to live, not want to live.
You guys go first. I need to think about this.
I would like to live. Honestly, I like living in.
Let's assume
Cape
this
Breton.
means for the rest of your life.
Okay, I'm just gonna go with go with where you would want to live first.
Where I'd want to live. I enjoy living in Cape Breton.
Cape Breton, yeah.
I don't mind it there. I like living in Cape Breton. I have family there. It's a beautiful place. The people can be toxic, but I'm used to it, and I don't like change.
I don't associate with the toxic people. I hang out with my friends and family. Fucking hang out at the beaches or the lake in the summer. Be cold as fuck in the winter and play video games.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
matter.
agree.
I'm just always with my friends. It's a good time.
good balance. It's not too warm. It's not too hot. It's pretty fucking nice there, and I like it.
As
I
long
kind
as,
of like the whole small town thing too.
as long as I was rich enough to travel often, I would live in Cape Breton for the rest of my life.
I agree.
However,
And I mean, living in Cape Breton and being wealthy enough to travel is like, you don't have to be as wealthy as you'd have to be to travel if you lived in like a city, because Cape Breton has
Yeah.
a very low cost of living.
yeah.
Very true. So, where would you guys not want to live?
Any third world country.
I mean, yeah, true.
Pretty fucking simple.
Yeah, but okay.
Okay, if we're only going to developed nations, I would not want to live in China. I would not want to live in Russia.
Yeah.
That's probably about the list, honestly.
I wouldn't live where there's like low or like high people with low area. You know what I mean? So, like India, I feel like has a lot of people per. Is it per capita? Is that what that is?
I feel like India, as developed as it is like teetering on the edge of third world, because there's like, it's one of those places where
India's huge.
you
too,
you
so.
can have like dirt poor areas that are like struggling just to survive, and you can have super
Palaces.
wealthy areas.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's not the vibe I want to be in. Like, I remember
Yeah.
talking to a guy we went to school with who married a girl from India,
Oh yeah.
and he went there to visit her, and it was a really well developed area. Like the condo they lived in had like marble floors, and like
Wow.
they weren't even like super wealthy for the area. So
blows my mind.
yeah, that's nuts. But like the drivers there, it's not like here. It's like where like here you might get cut off. There they just drive into the side of you. All their cars are beat to fuck
Yeah, well,
because they're
they
just
don't-
always
there's no-
crashing. There's no like road
there's no-
laws.
They,
man.
Yeah.
they don't care. I saw this like intersection in like India. It might have been China actually, and it was like an 8
That
by
was a
8
six,
by 8
I think it was like a
by 8.
16-lane
Yeah,
highway.
it was fucked.
and it's like a toll in China. That's
Yeah.
fucked.
and there's no stop sign. People just drive and just like if you get hit, it's like good luck. Good luck, Charlie.
Did you know that there's on the highways in some highways in Toronto, or one of the main ones, I don't know. There's to avoid traffic, you can pay to like take this turnoff that avoids
Yeah.
all the traffic.
Yeah.
But you don't like, it's so weird. They have cameras set up and they just send you a bill after you take it. And
It's kind of cool though
because they trace your
it's like the
license plate
Same
number.
as if you get caught driving in the carpool lane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and people like go really out of their way to do it. So like they'll like buy like fake like dummies to put in the passenger seat,
Weird.
so that when they get caught on camera, it looks like someone's there. But if you get pulled over, it's a big fat fine. If you just have a dummy in your passenger seat in the carpool lane.
like that like lane for speeding up. It reminds you of express lanes in Florida, where you
Yeah.
just pay for to get there quicker.
Yeah.
So
All right, so okay, let's
Smart
narrow
idea.
this question down. What's like a country that is like a desirable place to live that you wouldn't want to live?
I would think a lot of countries where people go to vacations. It sounds good, like in Mexico, for example. Like, yeah, Mexico is really good for a vacation. It's incredible, but I wouldn't want to live there for the rest of my life. I just feel like I would just it's too hot. I wouldn't like it. I'm just not used to the culture.
I feel like Mexico is really just a resort area anyway. You don't
Yeah.
want to live there
Exactly,
unless you're
so,
like,
like-
unless you're super wealthy and you can like fly out whenever you want. Like,
even somewhere like Florida.
I wouldn't want to live in Florida. Okay, I'm just gonna say I have two, and they are the United States and Japan.
Same.
Wouldn't want to live either of those places.
I would live there for a while. I would never like spend the rest of my
your
life
life.
there.
So
I wouldn't even want to spend more than like a few weeks at a time in the States.
why not?
It's not,
It's not desirable.
I might have to. So
I just find
But
it kind
I've
of
always-
sketchy, to be honest. the whole
I've
thing.
always wanted to live in New York for at least a year. Like I think it looks.
I think it
amazing.
would be cool to live in New York for a bit. Like New York seems like being that busy is like cool for a while. It's not something you could do forever.
I would like to experience certain parts of the United States that I hear a lot about, and New York is definitely one of them. New York, I would like to go to Detroit. You know, I like to go.
Why would you want to go to Detroit?
I don't know. I just like Philadelphia.
Actually, they have a
like,
pretty nice like city. Like
Yeah,
there's-
like
there's
Don't
Detroit
they have like
City.
one of the highest crime rates in the United States?
I'm
though?
pretty sure
They do.
but that's like in the outskirts.
Because like that actually influences Winnipeg, I think, which is like close by. I think we talked
It's
about
the
this
bridge. Yeah,
before.
we
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Maybe
did.
it's not Winnipeg, but like somewhere else in Manitoba
It's
or
like
something
Ma-
like that.
bridge.
I think it's
It's like Michigan.
it's
like,
somewhere in Ontario.
It's like the Michigan bridge is like going to Ontario. I think it's like London. No, it's not London, Ontario. I don't know.
Anyway.
But yeah, I just feel like I'd like to experience certain places in the United States, like even like the South. Like I'd like to go there just to see what it's like. Tennessee, Oklahoma,
Yeah, but
Have you been
I
to
think
Florida?
like I'd like to go to some places like
Florida. Yeah,
Yeah, have you been there?
I've been to Florida. Yeah, as a kid.
Yeah.
I never been there as an adult though. I'd like to go to Texas, Oklahoma.
Yeah, go there, but it's I would never want to live there. It's
I would like to live there, but like, I like to visit it. Yeah, but like that's what I mean. Like these places, I wouldn't like to live there, but I'd like to visit at least once or twice.
I was there for like almost 2 weeks and it was fun. But that's because there was a festival going on. Just living there makes me uncomfortable. Like driving down the highway and seeing like these shacks off the side of the highway with like all this like garbage in their backyard and shit in the woods and like alligators and stuff makes me uncomfortable.
It kind of reminds me of the scene.
they have
like,
spooky bugs down there too.
Yeah,
no, that's
true.
Australia, man.
No, they have spooky bugs in the States.
I like-
Spooky spiders.
I'd like to go to Australia.
southern
That'd be fun.
states.
But like driving in like Texas, I feel like would remind me of like that scene in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre where they're driving in the middle of nowhere and their fucking car stops and they have to go to
Yeah.
this abandoned shack. Like
But
shit like that scares
It
me.
reminds me of like, and I don't even think these are like correlated really, but like Dog the Bounty Hunter. Like when I was in Texas, I was just picturing like that greasy old show. Like
Yeah, I can see that.
it gives me like these uncomfortable like vibes just based on like what the place looks like that he's in and like the people that are there and like what the houses look like and I don't know, it just makes me so uncomfortable. Do you ever, I don't know if you guys experience this. This is something I've like experienced my whole life is I'll drive by a place and I'll look at their house and I'll picture myself living there and it
Oh,
makes
yeah.
me really uncomfortable.
Yep.
I do that all the time. But I do it for places that I don't like. I will never do it for somewhere where it's like a mansion because I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be
No,
great to
exactly.
live
But
there.
it's like the sketchy looking places.
like
They're like
dirt poor.
places in the middle. Like I'll be driving home from Halifax, going
Yeah.
to Cape Breton, and like passing through like,
Waterford,
you don't pass through there, you fucking idiot.
New Glasgow, I meant to say.
New
I
Glasgow.
wouldn't want to live in New Glasgow, but I feel like you're talking more like those like Stellarton and shit like that. where
Yeah,
it's just like one
yeah.
gas station is like the entire.
And they'll have
economy
like
of this
a
little town.
McDonald's maybe,
Yeah.
and not even
Yeah.
a Walmart, and that makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you need a Walmart, bro.
I need Walmart.
Okay, so
you know I love Walmart.
okay, what's one place outside of Canada that's like a developed nation you wouldn't want to live? Outside of North America,
Dubai.
That's a good answer.
I kind of lump that in with India.
I would
as a
say
whole.
like
It looks really pretty,
Yeah, I know.
those look cool.
and they're pretty advanced too, right?
As far as like technology and shit goes, but they still like operate on women or objects type.
True,
Yeah.
they have
Like
But
literal
that's what
sexy
that's what
stuff.
I meant. Like their buildings are like,
They're very pretty.
yeah, it's a very pretty looking place.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to live in
like
like United Kingdom. I just feel like that would
the
be
UK
desirable.
would be. I think that would be like closest to home.
It would
Yeah, I
be
feel like
cool,
it'd
but like
feel
I just feel like there's nothing special about it. I'm not saying they're not special, but
It looks so cozy and comfortable
yeah,
from what I've seen,
that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah,
and everybody seems pretty nice.
I'd like to go to Sweden. I feel like that would be cool.
Okay, so mine was
Sweden.
Japan that I wouldn't want to live in, and I just feel like, similar to the United States, it's just like a spot that I'd like to see
Not
for like a
desirable.
week.
I've heard that it's amazing.
I heard
think
it's really
Tyler's
cool
into
too.
it.
Like that's why
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to go to Japan for like a week
Yeah.
and just experience it. But for one, nobody speaks fucking English. I don't want to learn another language. Like
Some of them do.
I mean, I'm sure some do, but like not enough for me to be comfortable just living there every day.
But it
Going to
would-
like
yeah.
going to McDonald's and trying to order off a Japanese menu is gonna be a pain in the ass.
True. There's a lot of things in Japan that are so fucking different from like the United States.
Man.
Like for example, you can't litter. Like if you litter, it's like you're fucked.
Which I think is a great law.
I think it's a great law too. But
I've heard their streets are so clean.
Very, very
Everything's
clean.
lit up with all these pretty colors.
very
I've obviously I've seen pictures, but just people telling me like their experiences there. It seems like everybody's really nice and there's always something cool going on. And they're so advanced that like with technology wise and like clothing wise.
I just feel like there's a
Seems
lot
like
of
so much
like
fun.
rules and laws in place to keep it that way.
Mhm.
Like,
Which is I don't think is a bad.
I don't think it's a bad thing either. Like for example, they don't have paper towels at like washrooms.
Just air dryers.
They have air dryers, or you have to use your own handkerchief that you bring around with you. It's a
Sick.
pretty popular thing in Japan. Also, most of their toilets, what are those things called where they squirt your ass?
bidet.
Bidet, yeah. A lot of them have bidets. And my friend Dylan, who brought me my anime pillow, actually used the bidet. Almost said
I want to
bidet.
try one.
And he
Did
said
he-
it would talk to him in Japanese.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and he knows Japanese.
Your
so
asshole is clean.
I heard it's very pleasant.
Yeah.
I think it would be great.
I think it would be weird because I don't
I feel
like
it'd be
being
like someone tickling your bunghole.
well but like I'm like really weird when it comes to being wet. If my whole body isn't wet, I feel uncomfortable.
I agree.
I feel like that's like
Yeah.
most people like. I have to be either soaked. If one part of me is wet, then it's just not right.
It's like when you walk in the bathroom after you shower and you're ready to put your socks on, you step in some
Yeah.
water and now you have to put new socks on.
Yeah,
Or
I agree.
Or you wash your hands and the water runs down into your sleeve.
Yep.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Fuck that.
All right, so what's somewhere outside of North America that you would like to live?
UK. I think I answered that.
Australia. I don't care if they got spiders and shit.
I've heard they're really
Fuck
nice.
that.
I think it's
a really
cool
nice
there,
I
place,
have
yeah.
a
but
friend from Australia. And-
Australia is literally the place that I'd be uncomfortable to even visit. Like, I think it looks really nice and like I want to, but I'm literally scared of the shit that they have there.
But they have the Big Les show there.
That's true. Okay, mine would be like pretty much anywhere in like the Nordic countries, like Sweden, Finland, Switzerland,
Those people are
those type of places.
yeah,
I
those
think
places
that's
are incredible.
I love those places.
I would live in Sweden just to meet
Really want to
PewDiePie.
go there.
Yeah, Sweden would be a great place to go.
Doesn't he live in Japan now?
Denmark,
He lives in Japan right now, yeah, but I mean, he's Swedish.
Yeah, fair.
meatballs,
Oh, and IKEA.
IKEA. I'm just gonna say
Another
words.
reason to live there.
I don't know how to turn it on to read the next question.
Let's go to the next question. I'm from Sweden.
Not going the wrong way.
It's from Jade.
Last question.
Very last question. What are your thoughts on pooping at school? Should we end the stigma?
And then the next one is from her also. And it just says,
Or pooping in general? Okay,
Like pooping in public.
before you came, we had this conversation. So
Okay.
I'll kind of break down what she was talking about. She said, according to Jade, the reason people are afraid to poop at school is because you're told that it's like a bad thing. Do you agree?
By other people?
By like other people, and it's like an embarrassing thing. People will tell you like, "Oh, that's weird and gross. That's why you shouldn't do it."
I think my anxiety of pooping in public comes from being in school and being in the bathroom shitting really loudly while someone else is there and knowing that they're probably going to make fun of me if they know who I am.
Yo, is this boy pooping?
Are you shitting
I've
at
literally
school?
never been uncomfortable shitting anywhere.
I'm worried that it's
I mean,
gonna
as
be
long
loud.
as I'm on a toilet, I'm comfortable.
Tweet
Like-
that.
Like, I ain't about shitting in the streets. Like, I'll shit in the woods if I absolutely have to.
I've shit on a golf course.
But, like, I've shit on a golf course as well.
Yeah.
Probably the same one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
In the
I'm pretty
woods.
sure I was golfing with you and Kevin and Dad when I shit in the woods there.
There's a Paul shit. in
Pretty
the
sure it
woods.
was the same hole, actually. I don't think it was the same time,
Your
but I think we
butthole.
shit on the same hole of the golf course.
Yeah?
Dog leg right. Goes straight, and then it hooks to the right. And there's, like,
Yeah,
woods
maybe.
right there.
Yeah, and then I remember going into the woods because it was so bad and it was really wet, and all I had was like, I didn't have any good leaves, just small ones, and I remember I wiped, and I think this was before like I really hit puberty, so I didn't have much ass hair, and I was
Like a
wiping.
slip and slide for the leaves.
Yeah, bro, I was wiping, and I remember like I just kept wiping, and it wasn't really drying anything up at all. And I just had to pull up my pants and walk around with my ass cheeks sliding together the whole time. It was disgusting.
Yeah,
Continue playing golf.
Yeah, I've never been like anxious about shitting at school, shitting at Walmart. The only thing that makes me anxious is like the thought of my bird hitting the toilet bowl.
I've heard that you can't really get anything from that.
Still makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't get anxious about shitting in like public, but I used to get anxious in school because I was always afraid someone would bully me. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this boy pooping, like kind
Yeah,
of thing. Like,
same.
I wouldn't really care. Also, there's a fucking funny fucking not video, just like this thing happened at school where this like kid that we weren't really friends with, but like he was pooping in a stall with no door on it.
I remember that.
Liam
Yeah.
Fraser walks in and just like sees a guy pooping, and he walks in and he's like, he's pooping in the stall with no door.
But there were stalls with doors, right?
Yeah, there was one next to it.
Just that one didn't have one. It was like renovations going on or something.
That no, bro.
No, that never had a door. I remember that stall never
If we're
had
talking
a
about-
door.
When we were in grade 12, they redid that bathroom.
Okay, but if we're
Because it
talking
went
about
from like red old shitty like stall setup
Yeah.
to new green ones.
but if we're talking about junior high, bro, which I think is a big problem, they never fixed the stalls.
Yeah, that place was fucked.
There would be like one stall with a door, and the door wouldn't even shut all the way. And like you would just have to deal with that.
I remember being in elementary and I was in like grade 4 and I was shitting in the bathroom and like one of the grade 6s came in and I saw someone was shitting there like, who's in there? And I was like, whatever, I'm just not going to say anything. I just kept quiet and I kept saying, I just didn't say anything. So then he kicked the fucking door down as I'm like shitting and I like reached out and held it there and I was like, I said who it was and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I just want to know who it was.
It's so fucking.
And then he just pissed and left. Never made fun of me, never said a word about
So
it.
weird.
He just kicked the door down while I was shitting so he could know who was in there shitting.
He just wanted to know he was sharing the room. with
He was a weird fella. He was he grew up on Shaw Road, Florence.
Maybe
In
he
the
had
Low
like
Reynolds.
he had a deal with somebody where he's like, meet me in the bathroom later, I'll suck your dick. And he wanted to make sure it wasn't him.
This was elementary school, Ricky.
My
happens in
statement still like is true. I'm so.
So
How are we doing for time there, Moose?
we're at 157.
Jesus, really?
Yeah,
It seemed like not that long.
that means it was a good talk.
Time flies when you're having cum. I got a few more things I could talk about here on my phone.
Yeah, sure, hit it.
I got a few like questions that I came up with. So this is a hypothetical here. You were given $30,000 to spend 2 weeks alone in a room similar to that Vsauce thing where Michael spent his like time in the room. And you can leave whenever you want, but if you do leave before the time's up, you have to pay $5,000
But do you get to the 30,000 still?
if you stay for the full 2 weeks.
How long did he stay in?
We should. His was 2 days, I
Yeah,
think, or
fuck.
maybe
And he went
24 hours.
crazy.
I think
Yeah.
it was 24 hours.
It was 3 days. No,
Yeah.
it was like
It was
Friday.
multiple
Okay,
days.
we
It was
should
3
lay
days.
out the room in this scenario. It's
Yeah.
just a room. The light is always on. It's super bright, and everything is pure white. There's no like anything to do with entertain yourself. It's just a bed
Yeah,
and a floor
you have
and
no,
like a toilet
yeah.
and shit.
Meals aren't delivered to you. You drink Soylent and water. You have a toilet, whatever. It's like I think there's no shower either there too.
I don't
so.
think anybody could survive 2 weeks. But I
Okay.
mean, people get kidnapped all the time and like put in these rooms,
Here's the catch.
like dark rooms.
You can ask one time how long you've been in there for. If you do ask, the price goes down to $15,000. Would you still do it?
I think if I knew how long, I'd probably want to leave anyway.
It'd be worse, yeah.
Because it's like you would spend probably like, once you get to like 2 days, you have no sense of time. There's no clock.
That is true.
It would feel like a week probably. Because you
Michael-
would lose track of your sleeping patterns because
Yeah.
you're not sleeping through the night fully. You're sleeping during the day
The lights
and
are
you don't
always
even
on.
know.
It's
Yeah, and like Michael thought he was in there twice as long than he was in only 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
He thought he was in there for 3 or 4 days after 2 days.
Well, I
Um,
remember he, with his thing, he was in there for like, once he like, I think it was at like 6 o'clock. He thought it was like 9 o'clock and he went
Yeah.
to bed.
Yeah,
and
he
then he
did,
woke
yeah.
up at like 9 o'clock and he was like,
Oh, it's 12. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it was really fucked how, like, his time perception was altered. So, you wouldn't do it, I'm assuming, then. It's not even
I
a lot
would
of
do
money.
it and then get wouldn't ask for how long. I would get the
Well-
30K and give them $5,000. I don't care.
Well, no. If
No,
you,
no. The thing is, if you leave, you don't get the 30K, and you have to pay 5.
Yeah, I have to pay
Oh,
5K.
my bad. Yeah.
So you-
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
if
no,
you
I
stick-
can't afford that, so I just wouldn't do it in general.
What if the price was 300K, and you only had to pay $500 if you left? Would you do it then?
It's not even a question.
Yeah, of course.
I would do it too. Yeah.
I would still contemplate trying to for.
I think that's a good question. Like, I think that's like a fair, like, on the fence kind of question.
Obviously, I know that it seems. I know it wouldn't be easy, but like, I think I could manage 2 weeks, and I think it'd just be a thing of. Obviously, I'd be fucked up for 2 weeks, and shit would feel so long. But I think
But
knowing
think
that
about what
I
that would do to you mentally.
I don't
think
think it would
about
affect me
afterwards.
that much mentally. No, I don't
It
think.
would.
I don't think it would.
I think it would too.
I think knowing that whenever I do get out of here, I'm coming out with $30,000 for 2 weeks of work.
Ryan, think about it. There's no stimulants. There's no one to talk to.
You would go crazy. I
would
feel
go
like you would go
crazy.
crazy. I think because I know I would go crazy. Also, I feel like, well, this is one thing that Michael wasn't allowed to do and didn't do. He didn't masturbate.
Yeah, true.
So I feel like that, like, not to sound gross,
Feel
that
like-
would definitely
I feel like-
occupy me.
Once you lose time and do it for like the 4th time in 6 hours.
You're like, okay, it hurts.
I would know.
I'm gonna still go again.
This is
though.
how I would be able to tell the days. If I jerked off and the 3rd time it hurt, I would know it's still the same day.
That's hilarious. The way I would do it is this is what I do the first day. I would try to stay awake as long as possible.
That's mine too. Is
Yeah.
till you can't keep your eyes open anymore, and then you're gonna get a nice long sleep.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
yeah.
rinse and repeat every time.
Yep.
As soon as you wake up, you stay up until you literally can't, and you fall asleep by accident.
Yep. And
On accident.
I feel like
I said by accident.
This
I know,
boy-
but on accident.
this
it's
boy
fine.
fell asleep by accident. I feel like that would really help because I feel like I could definitely stay awake for 48 hours for the first time. If I try, I probably could. In a room like that, though, I don't know.
I've stayed up for 56 hours.
I think my
So-
longest was like 42 hours, something like
yeah.
that.
So if I can
I think I've
do
done 48.
when I was
Yeah.
doing 50 when I did 56 hours, I was hallucinating.
That scares me. I don't want to hallucinate. And Michael said that he wasn't hallucinating, but he couldn't tell the difference between dreaming and reality. And that terrifies me.
It was scary. I thought, listen, bro, I was like 40 some hours in, and Paul was at work all day. And he left at like probably 6 in the morning. And when he left, it was like fine because I spoke to him for a minute. But then once, like, 5 o'clock rolled around, I think it was probably around 5, I was like waiting for you to come home. Because I hadn't spoken to anybody in so long, like physically spoken or seen anybody, it was like weird. I was editing.
It's like foreign.
Yeah, I was editing on my computer a video, and that's the reason I was staying up so late or so long. And I thought I was playing The Sims. I kept going into like this dream mode where I was still awake looking at my screen, but when I was looking at my screen, I was playing The Sims, even though I was editing.
There's a thing with your brain where if your body doesn't get sleep, your brain just goes, "I'm asleep anyway, bro."
Yeah.
and just goes to sleep and like while you're awake, and
So-
essentially you daydream is what it is.
When he came home, it was crazy. It was like that's how when I like this is super like super deep and stupid, but like that's when I realized what human interaction is like and how important it is.
Sounds like a drug trip.
No, for real, because it was like he came home and he brought Red Bull for me, and
Perfect thing you need right now.
I know, and it was just really nice. It felt like relief almost, and I instantly like felt happy when I was like really stressed and like feeling really scared almost.
All right, so
It was comfort.
twist on the question then, how much would you have to be paid to do this for 2 weeks with someone else in the room? Or like how much would each of us have to be paid to do this together in a room, all three of us?
All three of us? That'd be so much fun.
You're losing out on the jerking off part, probably.
We
No,
can
we're
jerk
jerking
off
with each other.
Circle jerk, bud.
Yeah.
All right, but really, for 2 weeks in the room,
Oh,
no outside simulation, just
Uh,
three of us, we can talk for 2 weeks, whatever.
$8,000. Easy.
I was gonna say 10, but I'd probably do it for 5.
Yeah, because
Same.
like I wouldn't have an issue talking to you guys for 2 weeks. I feel like that. I feel like we'd take turns
We would-
sleeping. We'd have fun. We'd tickle each other, and then we.
It would be fun. I think it would be fun.
It'd be like the ultimate sleepover.
I think it will be fun for like the first 2 days until somebody fell asleep, and then that person was asleep for like 6 hours, and then we went and fucked with him and woke him up, and he just got pissed off, and he was in a pissy mood for
It
like.
sounds like you're talking about me,
2
Paul.
whole
He is
days.
talking about
I'm
you.
100% talking about you.
See what would happen is this is what I think would happen if this scenario played out. Me and Paul would get normal sleep right away, and then you would do this thing where you stay up a lot, and then your sleeping schedule will get completely fucked the first night, and then
Yeah.
me and Paul would be asleep while you're awake, and then you would have this like, guys, I need to leave because like I'm not talking to you guys anymore.
Oh, you think I'm the weakling?
I never said that. I said that your sleeping schedule will get fucked.
My sleeping schedule is fucked every day.
Exactly. That's why I said it. But still, I would do that for $5,000. I would do it for $5,000, 100%.
Yeah,
I think it'd be fucking fun.
would be.
I'd pee on you guys though. I'd occupy myself in weird ways.
That is
so.
weird.
That is super weird, Ricky.
But it's just something I like. I can't help it.
Any more fun questions?
Okay, yeah, I have a couple more of like, hypothetical one. How much money would it take for you one-time payments and never shower again? How much?
I wouldn't do it.
$150K.
You're fucked.
I would just fucking towel myself off if I get sweaty. I don't know. People don't
Can you
shower.
swim in a lake?
You could do anything except for shower.
Like a bathe? Like in a
No,
bathtub?
sorry. You can't shower or take baths.
Can I wash my hair while I'm in a lake?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes it easy. Yeah, I would do it for like fucking
50K?
500K,
50K?
50K, yeah.
There's a big difference between
So-
those two
Okay,
numbers.
500K, 500K.
Okay, so you're getting this money now. Where do you go from here? Do you just go to a lake in the middle of winter or what? Like, what would you do?
Move somewhere where I can go in a nice
So
fresh
you
lake.
need enough money to move then.
No, 50K I could do it, I think.
I don't know. I think you guys think it'd
start
be...
off plastic surgery to close off your sweat glands and your armpits.
Isn't that
So
dangerous,
true.
though? Isn't that dangerous? Because like,
I'm going to
overheat?
get it done. I'm going to get it done like in the next few years. It's just Botox.
So then say you have, 45K left. Then summers, you wash in a lake. Winters, you shave your head, like
Okay.
bald to the scalp,
Yeah.
and you wash yourself in the sink.
I would say like 200 to 300K for me, and I'd probably do the same thing, I guess. Yeah, I'd go bald 100% because like I feel like I'm going bald anyway, so I might as well just go to full commitment. Next one. Would you rather constantly smell like farts or everybody you talk to smell like farts?
Everyone I talk to.
Same.
Why?
Because everybody would like me because they would want to be around me and not everybody else.
I'm assuming
Sorry. They don't, like, you only smell the farts. It's not like everyone just smells like farts.
I'd still rather, because then
Yeah.
nobody's going to want to be around me if I'm the one that stinks like fucking ass all day.
It's true.
It's true.
And I think
I think you
when
get used to it, too.
you would get used to it, yeah.
Yeah.
If you smell that every day,
Would you rather... Sorry, would you rather never ask a question again or never have a question asked to you again? It's a pretty weird and deep one. I don't know. I feel like that has to be like...
can I ask Google or just
No, you could never ask a question again.
how would I learn anything? I would just have to be in the right place at the right time.
I'm going to change the the question. You could never ask a question in person.
So I can on the phone.
I would
No.
never ask a question again.
Okay. That's pretty dumb.
Type everything into fucking Google Translate and click on the speak button. Point it at somebody.
You can spin a wheel. You have a 90% chance of winning $1 million, but a 10% chance of killing your girlfriend. Do you spin the wheel?
No.
I don't even know if I'd do that if I was killing a random person.
Yeah, same.
Really?
Not worth
I
it.
wouldn't.
I couldn't enjoy my life if I
Knowing
was
that the
reason I
only
killed
reason that
somebody.
you have that life is because you took someone else's life.
Well, they don't die if you win the money.
Okay, what? Oh, yeah, but if
That
you
does-
risked their life,
Yeah.
It's a 90-10.
So,
What if it was a 99% chance? What's the percent chance that you would do it?
0% chance I kill someone.
I don't think I would ever do it.
I would do it if it was like a 99.9% chance.
I would rather try and win the lottery and go broke than try and win the fucking lottery and almost kill
I
somebody.
feel like if I told my girlfriend I would choose her life, she would be mad at me. She'd be like, "Why the fuck didn't you choose the money?" I literally think she would.
I feel like that's a double-edged sword, pal.
I literally feel like she'd be like, "That's like almost pretty much guaranteed to win." So I don't know. I wouldn't do it, by the way.
Covering your bases.
Yeah. Do you think people would still smoke cigarettes if 1 in 10,000 cigarettes was laced with dynamite instead of, killing you with long term? So, like, the same amount of people die from cigarettes, except when they do die, it's violent and instant. Do you think people will still smoke cigarettes?
No.
Why do they smoke cigarettes now, then?
Because people are stupid and they can't see the immediate effects. When they start seeing all over the news, someone in a shopping mall lit up a cigarette out front and their head fucking blew up.
Nobody's
They're
gonna
like,
smoke
"Holy
cigs.
fuck.
They'd stop doing
Can't
it.
be having cigarettes.
But wait. Did this statistic come with the release of cigarettes to the world, or was it like learned about later on in life after people?
I would say we learned about it over
Yeah,
time once
learned
I
about
started seeing
time, yeah.
people's heads fucking explode.
But
randomly.
but if they're lacing it with dynamite, then everybody would know off the bat. You would have to.
It's just a weird hypothetical world where it has to have.
Okay, well, it's not a good hypothetical world, Ricky.
It's a hypothetical world where 1 in 10,000 tobacco leaves turns out to have dynamite inside of it.
Exactly, yeah. It's a weird, like, chemical reaction. I think that people would smoke cigarettes less, but I still think people would be like,
I would just vape.
vaping kills you instantly in this universe. All right. If you were given $5,000 for every year your life is cut down by, how much money would you take?
Do I know how long my life is?
No.
My whole lifespan?
You do not.
Can you re-ask?
You were given $5,000 for every year you take off your life. How much money do you take?
Nothing.
Do I know how long I'm supposed to live?
No.
No. But he has the same thing.
I already asked.
Oh. No. I can make $5,000 doing something stupid.
How much money would you take per year? How much money would you pay per year of your life?
$1 million
Yes.
per year.
Same. And I'd probably only
Yeah.
do it once.
Yeah.
I would do $500K for once, yeah. Or twice. I don't know.
What if you're supposed to die next year?
Then fuck.
Then you have $500,000 to have one hell of a fucking year.
No,
But I guess you don't
would
know
die
that,
instantly,
so
yeah.
you're probably gonna be careful with your
Yeah.
$500K, and then
Like, I'm going to save it and then die.
it's just gonna go to someone else. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and
Same thing with $1 million, but at least at that point where it's like you're leaving $1 million to people you care about, where you're gonna die in a year anyway. You're just dying
Yeah.
a year earlier, and they're gonna have something out of it, I guess.
This is one of my favorite hypothetical questions that I always ask, and I don't know. It's interesting. Would you rather cheat on your girlfriend and nobody knows, including her, or not cheat on your girlfriend but everyone thinks you cheated on her, including her?
I mean, I've been in one of the options.
You cheated on your girlfriend?
No, the opposite.
I know. But, like, do you know what I mean, though? Like, you didn't cheat on her.
I would
but
rather not,
everyone
because I
thinks-
couldn't live with the guilt. I would tell somebody.
I would. See, the thing is, though, I would, but I feel like our girlfriends would probably break up with us, so I feel like you're losing
Yeah,
your
see,
girlfriend.
I couldn't do it because I know, but it's I don't know, it's fucking.
It's a tough question. Yeah. I wouldn't do it, but I would hate myself for the rest of my life for the fact that I gave up an opportunity to be with my girlfriend kind of thing. Because
Yep.
it's like, fuck. I'm losing her, but I didn't cheat on her kind of thing. It's a morality question.
It's
or not
yeah. It's
morality,
well,
yeah.
Just
well,
a
it's like
shithole of it.
as
It's a
long as
situation
you
that sucks,
as long
yeah.
as you know you did nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about, and that's how I
Yeah.
feel about everything. It's like
Yeah, true.
I know myself that I didn't do anything. Then I'm not gonna be. I mean, it'll be stressful at times, but I'll get over it.
There's like another one where it's like your girlfriend is like given an incurable disease that won't hurt her. It'll cause her like diabetes where it doesn't like affect her life, but it kind of just like an annoyance. And you can cure it, but if you cure it, she hates you. Would you do it for the rest of your life? She hates you.
No, I wouldn't cure her.
See what I mean? Like when you say that, it sounds bad, but then you're like, but then she still likes me, kind of thing.
Yeah, it sounds selfish, but I don't know. It's
I don't know either.
She'd be happier, I think.
if you didn't cure it
Yeah.
and she's with you. Yeah, I can see that.
because I'm fucking perfect.
I'm fucking Jesus over here.
No, but like, if it's not like, I mean, diabetes isn't that bad, is it?
It's a nuisance.
I think as long as you take your insulin.
Yeah, it's not gonna affect you. It's annoying.
Yeah, but you get used to it. It's a habit.
There's a study shown that there was a guy who was paralyzed from the waist down, and there was a guy that won like $3.7 million, and they like after 10 years after those two things happened, they asked them, and they rated their happiness quota the exact same. So I think they read all of those. Yeah,
This one is relevant. Would you rather your son or daughter be a furry or a Russ fan? Not even listening over there.
Sorry, what?
Would you rather your son/daughter be a furry or a Russ fan?
A Russ fan.
yeah, by far, yeah.
That was so hard for me, but
That was gonna be like a joke one. It was originally supposed to be would you rather be a furry or it? Would you rather it be a furry? Would you rather them be a furry or I forget the other one? What's something else that's fucked? That's weird and gross. I don't know.
All right. How much money would it take for you to go vegan for the rest of your life?
$50K.
I would do it for $50K.
I'd probably do 52.
It doesn't seem that hard.
They got some pretty convincing fake meats now.
Yeah, Beyond Meat burgers are my shit. So
And they have no peanuts.
that's true. See, like all these I already talked about.
What do you call a cow in an elevator?
This is Jade's question. I don't know what this means. I think it's a joke that we're never gonna know the answer to. Look it up on Google. Google's be like, "What are you, stupid?" You're drunk again, aren't you?
What's it called? What is it?
A cow in an elevator. It's like moving floors or something like that. Something stupid, I guarantee it.
Raising the stakes.
Shut up. Oh, I hate that.
Ahaha.
She got us.
Okay,
I think that's a wrap.
Yeah.
we're at 217.
That's a sick number.
And it shows that like the waves disappeared when it's. Are we gonna? Someone just fart?
No. Some asshole's talking shit behind me.
It.
God.
Ricky.
I don't know where.
Do you have one more to fart into
That
the
sounded like
into the
bubble
mic
wrap.
and just end it?
No, that's all I got. Man.
I wish you had another, man.
What's the other one? Talk to me, oh toothless one.
Oh, whatever. All right. Fuck.
All right. And doot doodaloot doo.
Do.